Anthony Joshua got the win. We're on to the Tszyu Errol Spence fight card. Got on the background. We're starting off. Paulo Okuso. Should be good, man. I have no idea what his opponent's like. But the thing with Paulo Okuso is he kind of like he was on such a fast start when he first came into the pro ranks, right? He was like right there. They were promoting him hard out. And then he kind of, and then the momentum kind of fell off a bit, right? Because he was constantly fighting. I think they were trying to get him to fight for a title, like super quick, like super fast. I remember, and then it just slowed down. The momentum slowed down. I think I was going for like some record, because bro, he's super good, man. So this will be good to see him back in the ring. I don't know how long it's been for him, but I think he has had like a bit of. Oh no! I'm gonna rewind that back, bro. Oh, don't ever snub your corner again, man. The fighter was going around the ring, bro. then his coach or someone was on the side, bro. And then he went like this, just so like he can give like a glove touch. And the fighter just ignored him, bro. Oh, but I'm gonna clip that. That's freaking hilarious. All right, Barlow is on the way to the ring now. Man, yeah, him and his brother Ray. They're both very good. They're making a name for themselves, and their family name too. So this is very good. As I was saying before, I don't know what happened with the momentum, because when he first came with the pro ranks, they were like really pushing him, and then it kind of stalled for a little bit, and then we hardly saw him. And then now I don't know, like, heck, I don't even remember when his last fight was, to be completely honest, because there was a few times when he was scheduled to fight, and then I think his opponent would pull out last minute. So a few things like that has happened to him. So it's just good to see him back in the ring, man, and just show like just how good he is, hey, because he's definitely one of the more flashier fighters in Australia. The way he maneuvers around the ring, the way he can slip shots. I mean, they call him Sweet Pea, right? Like what's his name? Pernell Whitaker. Far out, that guy was awesome back in the day. So, Paulo Okuso versus Luis Antonio Tejeda, or Tejeda, or Tejeda. I don't know. All right, so not too much difference in terms of their age, 29, 27. The height, Paulo Okuso's got the height advantage and the reach advantage, and a slight size advantage. 79.2 for Paulo, and Luis Antonio, 78.6. Now, I wonder how it will actually look like in the ring, right? People carry weight very differently. All right, coming up to the first round, I think the announcer is doing this thing. Dude, how freaking cold is it today, eh? Shucks, it's cold, man. Here in New Zealand, Aotearoa. Also, is the sound okay? I got something plugged into the phone. I hope it's not, I hope it doesn't, like, affect the sound quality. Let me know if it does, and then I'll try to fix that. But if I sound all good, then sweet. It's pretty cool that he's training at that Pad Flow gym, which has an awesome social media page. The coaches there, encouraging other coaches to embrace their skill and to share their knowledge. More so for the ones that don't really have a fighting background, right? So this guy's got 13 wins. 13 fights, 12 wins, 1 draw. 12 of those wins coming by 9 KOs, bro. So he hasn't lost before. He hasn't lost. He has 1 draw. and 12 wins. It's pretty good, man. It's a pretty good record. 13 fights, 12 wins, 1 draw. 9 of those wins coming by KO. Now, Paulo, I think it's like 10 fights, 10 wins or something like that. He's getting introduced now. Let's see. And he loves it, eh? I think it's a good thing about Paulo is like he's really good underneath the lights. You know, he embraces like the stardom role. Like he likes to be the star, and there he does his thing. Coach, are you watching me again? Sure, brother. So 10 fights, 10 wins, 5 KOs from Paulo. Fights coming up now, boys. So I wonder when his last fight was, hey? Because I certainly don't remember. I don't remember. And then sometimes I get confused because I see the name and then I think it's him, and then next minute his brother's fighting. Are they the same weight class? I think they are. I think they are the same weight class. Alright. Boys are meeting in the middle. Let's see the size difference here. Oh yeah. Very, very similar. Very similar in terms of size and everything. Weesh. We on. Round 1 coming up. I believe this is for a title, right? This is some sort of title fight, I think. Could be wrong. Round number 1. Paulo Cuso coming out in the southpaw stance. Luis Antonio moving around, checking the body. Alright, Paulo Cuso really establishing himself in the center of the ring, throwing out feints and seeing what's there. Nice speed from Paulo, just flicking out their jab, flicking out those feints, seeing what's there. Parry jab comes over the top of Antonio's left. From what I've seen so far, you can instantly see the skill difference and just the timing and awareness of Paulo. Right now, he's able to see everything. Antonio has really tried to burst in with a few jabs, but nothing's touched Paulo so far. As the fight progresses, well, Paulo Cuso just landed a beautiful straight left, beautiful counter left to the jab of Luis Antonio. And something like this, if it's landing clean already, he's going to build on that. Another jab, clean jab lands for Paulo. He walks into an uppercut. Luis Antonio does. Very good first round for Paulo Cuso. He's just been a bit cagey, seeing what's there, keeping his guard nice and loose. He can see everything. His timing's on. Everything's there for him. But yeah, he's just letting Luis Antonio work. I think this round, probably with the second round too, he might just take it as like a round to download everything. Okay, so what is the first line of attack from his opponent, and what's the first line of defense, and then from there you can really work on your counters. Just there, Luis Antonio tried to burst in with the jab, kind of tripped over his own feet. So instantly you can see the levels. So I won't be surprised if this does not go the distance, right? Depends on Paulo and how tough Luis Antonio is. If Paulo decides to really turn up the heat, can Luis Antonio take that kind of damage? Because I guarantee Oh, Kuso's going to be pouring it on maybe in round 3. I think in round 3, or possibly even the next round, he might decide to just turn it up. Right now, he's just having a bit of fun. Round 1 done. Paulo Kuso just looked good. He looked really, really good. Really good. His range is on. His eyes are working. His legs are working. Defense is on. He's seeing shots. He's slipping. He's getting in and out with his feet, and he's catching shots. Everything looks good so far for Paulo Kuso in round number 1. There's his brother. I totally forgot what his name was, but it's cool that both of these boys are doing their thing. And as I said, if I'm not right, I think they're in the same weight division, right? Right, he's getting advice from his brother, which is cool, right? Someone so close to you will be able to let you know like exactly what they see and how you can capitalize on what they see. Round number 2 starting up. As I said, first round for Paulo Kuso was very good defensively. Now, will he be able to add on some attacks onto it? Round number 2, Luis Antonio starts fast, clips Paulo Kuso on the ropes. A few shots came in here and there, nothing significant, but there's a lot of shots blocked from Paulo Kuso. But he reestablishes himself in the center. He's retreating back to the ropes. I think this is a good strategy from the other corner, because I think they can see that their boy doesn't really have the skills to match. So why not make it a fight? Make it a fight. Go in there. You're probably going to get caught sometimes, but try to overwhelm him with shots and try to outwork him. Force him to fight. Force him in uncomfortable situations. Paulo Kuso really taking charge now. He's turned him onto the ropes, and now he holds the center of the ring. Pushing Luis Antonio back. Gets to work on some inside work, body rips. Now, it's turned around, but Paulo Kuso is still able to land uppercuts, hooks, maybe even some body shots as he dodges, blocks, and slips these shots coming from Luis Antonio. Beautiful body dig there from Paulo Kuso. As he's just trying to frame to gain just a little bit more safe space to see what's there, but constantly digging to the body, touching to the body, framing, seeing what's there, popping out the jab, catches him with another 2-piece combo. Paulo does. A nice uppercut comes through, just misses the face of Luis Antonio. He digs to the body. I think he didn't like that. Luis Antonio didn't like that. He gets turned onto the ropes. Paulo Kuso digging to the body once again. I think if he constantly touches there, Luis Antonio will go down. But he won't go down without a fight. He's still throwing back. Nice work from Paulo Kuso. But both fighters are willing to let their hands go. That's something good about this fight right here. Spinning him back onto the ropes. A little bit more space now for the boys. Antonio finds himself back onto the ropes. Paulo Kuso going to work. Prodding with that jab. Let's see what he does with it. He gets caught by some shots coming through from Luis Antonio. Digs down to the body. Both fighters really finding some success here. A big right hand to end the final seconds of the round from Luis Antonio. Ooh, that was a beautiful back and forth. Round number 2 comes to an end. That was a good round for both fighters. Both fighters found some success. I would say the better work probably came from Luis Antonio, only because he was able to maybe make it a bit uglier. Because Paulo Kuso looked a lot better when he had a bit more space, when he was able to get his shots off nicely. But when it was that real rough and tough range, Luis Antonio probably got a better of it in the last maybe 10 seconds. Apart from that, it was a good back and forth from both fighters. Close round, but to me, I'll probably give it to Paulo Kuso. So close round, but it's still 2-1 to Paulo. Let me just get my son's pin. And a random book. Whose is this book? Whose is this random book? Dang, an exercise book that's not even used. Terrible. Alright, so round number 3. So PA versus... Oh. I honestly thought round 2 was probably going to look a little bit different. But this other guy came to fight, man. He came to fight, which is good. This is exactly what Balo needs. Nice work. So he goes there. Once again, Paulo Kuso is back on the ropes, but he's doing much better work. He's able to keep Tahiti, well, man, I'm just going to call him Luis Antonio. Luis Antonio back with his long jabs. Great adjustment from the corner. I think it was told to maybe get his long shots off a little bit more, which he is doing now and finding a lot more success. Because that's something that's a bit of a barrier for your opponent to go through. They can't just walk in and get their big shots off. Like, you got to beat that lead hand first before you're able to do that. So instantly, the adjustment was to get some long shots going for Paulo Akuso. He's finding that. He's found a beautiful uppercut that came through the middle. Lands on the sweet chin of Luis Antonio. Luis Antonio has now got Paulo Akuso back on the ropes. Beautiful slip work, block work. Some catches from Paulo Akuso. And some space there now for maybe both of the guys to do some work. Paulo Akuso is maybe digging to the body a little bit more. And if I'm not mistaken, it looks like it's really affecting Luis Antonio. The way that he's digging into his body. I don't think Antonio likes it. I don't think Luis likes it. Oh, there's another uppercut coming through for Paulo Akuso. But he has to work for it. Luis Antonio, even though he's getting caught by some clean shots, he's marching forward and working. A big overhand left lands for Paulo Akuso. He comes back to the middle with some uppercuts. A lot of clean shots landing. Paulo looking good. Oh, catches him again with a 2-3. Uppercut to the body. Paulo really just teeing off. But as I said, Luis Antonio is still coming forward, but he's getting caught with a lot of shots. Don't be surprised if Luis Antonio gets dropped very soon, because he's taking a lot. He finds Paulo Akuso on the ropes. He's digging. He is really trying, though, Luis Antonio. He is trying. It's just Paulo's able to see everything. He's catching him with some uppercuts, some hooks, walking them into backhands. This is a beautiful angle right here, if you guys can see. If you guys are watching the fights, you're able to see exactly what Paulo Akuso can see. And there's all those shots coming, but he's slipping. He's able to slip the shots, roll with them. Round 3 done. Errol Spence has just come to the building. So, that to me is 10, 10, 10 to Paulo Akuso. 9, 9, 9 for Antonio. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If this fight continues to go on like this, it could be like a very good fight and something good for Paulo Akuso to go through, because he's having to work, man. He's having to work for his punches. Even though he is getting the cleaner shots, and I'm liking his work better, Luis Antonio is not making it easy for him at all. Like, he's continuously pressing forward, and although the majority of his shots are getting blocked, he like it doesn't discourage him. He seems like he has some kind of belief behind his work, thinking that I'll probably get blocked now, but eventually I'm going to catch you. Eventually I'm going to catch you. Paulo Akuso back on the back foot, just jabbing, moving around, looking good. Luis Antonio trying to find something. He took center of the stage, center of the ring. Paulo Couso now back on the ropes, using his back foot work. Nice parry there from Paulo Couso. Spins him, backs him on the ropes. I do like the uppercut from Paulo Couso. The dig to the body, and then also the uppercuts coming into the head. Mostly from the left hand, because Southpaw versus Orthodox, that's a beautiful shot. If you can get that uppercut going through the middle, either to your opponent's head or to their body, it always lands as a very clean shot. It's a very clean shot to land. Nice 2 from Paulo Couso. Caught Luis Antonio coming forward. Made him pay. Both of these guys are now shoulder to shoulder in the close range. Good left hand from Paulo Couso. Feints down to the body, comes up to the head, only just misses. Luis Antonio continuously trying something. Right now he's switched to the high guard to see if he can walk him down. Although that's just let Paulo Couso like dig his shots even harder. He throws hard to the guard of of Luis Antonio. Tries to go over the top. Sweet Pea slips under. Spins him back onto the ropes, which is good ring craft from Paulo. He's able to work on the ropes, but then spin his opponent once they get on to the clinch. But now he's been spun back onto the ropes. Luis Antonio going to work on the ropes. The defensive work from Paulo Couso just looks so good. He looks so good, right? Even though Luis Antonio definitely outworked Couso on that round, the work from Paulo Couso was just cleaner. It was just cleaner, but the defensive work, it's really eye-catching. But I will give that round onto Luis Antonio, because I think if you're going to give him any of the rounds, those were the rounds to give. Right? So right now I have a 10 rounds. 4 rounds to 1. 4 rounds to 1. Sorry, 3 rounds to 1 to Paulo Couso. I gave Luis Antonio that last round because he did deliver more work than Paulo Couso. Even though, as I said, Paulo Couso he blocked and slipped and dodged most of those shots, but not too much was coming back from him. So hence why I gave it to Luis Antonio. Nice start from Paulo Couso. Even though he's getting back onto the ropes, he is catching Luis Antonio with some shots as he walks in. Luis coming in with his head moving. Exactly what you need to do when you're fighting someone bigger or longer. Keep that head moving. He has to deal with the long arm of Paulo Couso as he throws out that jab. Oh, beautiful 1-2. Sends Luis Antonio to the ground as he takes a knee from a beautiful flashy 1-2. It was just a nice crisp 1-2 down the middle. Caught him right on the chin. As I said before in the last couple of rounds, the shots that Paulo Couso are landing are clean. They're clean shots. Oh, nice frame and 2 behind it. He catches Antonio with another 2 as he slips out of danger. Just walks out back in the center of the ring. Can he do it again? Can he catch him with another few clean shots? He did there with a beautiful 1-2-3. He gets back onto the ropes. He digs to the body. Everything that he's throwing, it lands cleanly for Paulo Couso. But Luis Antonio is not giving up. He's still marching forward, catching some shots coming in. He's got to be careful. One of these shots are going to drop him. There's some success from Luis Antonio. He threw the 2. 1 landed. The other 6 missed. He's still trying to find that same punch that landed 1 time. He's still trying. Beautiful maneuver from Paulo Acuso as he slips out of danger. He's now trying to get his space between Luis Antonio and himself. He digs to the body, comes over the top to the head. He spins Antonio to the ropes where he's choosing to clinch and maybe fight in the clinch as well. Oh, beautiful 2, 3 from Paulo Acuso. He gets caught with 1 shot as he comes back to the ropes. Yeah, that backhand, that frame backhand from Paulo Acuso looks good. Oh, Luis Antonio looked good just for a second there, as he caught Paulo Acuso with some flurry of punches. That would have given him some confidence. Paulo Acuso retreating back to the ropes as Luis Antonio comes forward. He has him on the frame. Oh, he's throwing a lot more shots now. Paulo Acuso catching most of them, but he is getting caught now. He is getting caught from some shots. Whoa, that's the end of round number 5. Woo! Wow, okay. Luis Antonio had some success there. Luis Antonio had some success. Holy heck. I'll give that round to Paulo because, as I said, he scored a knockdown. So 10-8. But holy heck. He was catching him. He started catching him at the end of that round. Paulo Acuso seemed to maybe tire just a little bit towards the end. And that's where the relentless work of Luis Antonio started to shine through. As I said, he's been getting caught with some shots, but that doesn't discourage him. He still marches through. Comes through, and he tried again, and he tries again. And then, at the end of that round, he started to find success. Wow. This is shaping up to be a good fight. If Paulo Acuso doesn't if he doesn't fade, you know, hopefully he's not fading, even though this is a very tough fight for him in terms of work. You have a guy in front of you that you don't know if you can take out. You're much better, but man, he can work, and he's tough. He's been down, but he's still trying. He's still trying to throw these shots. He gets caught by a 2 there. Paulo Acuso does. And he returns 1 for his trouble. Spins it back onto the ropes. He walks Luis Antonio into a beautiful uppercut. That's been a key punch for him in this fight. Oh, another beautiful uppercut comes up through the middle, catching Luis Antonio as he comes in. Paulo Acuso trying to find him some space. Throwing out that jab, that lead hook. Back onto the ropes where he's going to have to defend some of these shots coming through from Luis Antonio. He spins him back onto the ropes again. Yeah, oh, something happened here. It's been called. Oh, part of his glove, or the tape on his glove has been loose. Now he's got to get back to work. Yeah, fight resumes. Oh, Paulo Acuso eating some shots behind his high guard. Throws an uppercut and a hook that just misses Luis Antonio. Luis Antonio really throwing a lot more volume, and some of it's now catching. Some of the shots that wouldn't have caught Sweet Pea a couple of rounds before are now catching him. There are signs of him maybe slowing down. A little break there between the two. Big hook from Paulo Acuso spins Luis Antonio. He's now boxing backwards. He gets caught by a right hand from Luis Antonio. Walking back onto the ropes. where hopefully he can find himself in a good defensive position, either that Philly shell or in a nice catch position where he's able to see the shots and catch and roll under. Big hook again from Balo Okuso, catches Luis Antonio. Luis Antonio trying to launch in with some shots that just aren't having success. He's just a bit too far out. Balo Okuso can see it. Another hook from Balo Okuso. Catches him with some other backhands. Balo Okuso does. Yeah, he definitely does look a lot more tired in this round. Bolo looking tired, man. But he's still doing the better work. Oh, he's getting caught by some shots there. He got caught once again right at the end of the round. Luis Antonio going to work on the ropes. Big finish from Luis Antonio. Big finish from Luis Antonio, but still Balo Okuso round, in my opinion. But that was a close round. That definitely was a close round. Wow. This is shaping up to be a good, hard fight. A very good, hard fight for him, right? So right now, I got Balo Okuso 5 rounds up in round number 6. So I gave Luis Antonio 1 round. I gave Balo the other 5. Whoo! Good fight. Coming up to round number 7. And this was a 12-round contest, 10-round contest. Oh, sorry. Let me bring this forward a bit. Round number 7 starts in this 10-round contest. Oh, he launches in with another 2. Oh, some of these shots are now starting to hit Balo Okuso. Balo Okuso needs to stay switched on. Luis Antonio marching forward. He gets walked on to some shots, a few shots from Balo Okuso. Oh, little misplacing of the foot there. Sends Balo Okuso to the ground. Referee wipes off the gloves. Back to action. Luis Antonio walking him back into the ropes again. Clips him with a beautiful right. Balo Okuso's head goes flying back. He now has to defend himself behind the high guard. He's going back to the center of the ring, but he's still getting walked back onto the ropes. The work from Luis Antonio, the relentlessness, is starting to pay off. Because Balo Okuso definitely is fading. He is fading here. The skills are definitely with Balo Okuso, but he is starting to fade. Oh! Luis Antonio getting caught with a beautiful counter too. And some hooks coming through from Balo. Luis Antonio was still trying though. He got caught, man. But holy heck, he's still willing to stand there and trade with Balo. Wow, this is a big dig from Balo Okuso. He's going to have to work for the win. If he tries, even if he tries to get a knockout, this is such a big moment for him. You can see there's not much left in the tank for Balo Okuso. He has to dig deep because Luis Antonio is not going anywhere. He's still trying. He's still there in front of him, throwing shots. He's getting clipped. He is getting clipped every now and then. Luis Antonio is, but he's still trying. Oh, no. I'm seeing some signs that, man, Balo Okuso is definitely tired. He is tired. Wow, he really has to dig deep here. The hands are down. He is on the ropes. Luis Antonio was right there throwing shots. Balo Okuso was not looking good. He doesn't look good. He's in the corner. He's getting caught with some shots. Caught with a big right hand. Luis Antonio going to work. Big shots coming through. Balo Okuso is still throwing. He's still trying. Both boys extremely tired. Big swing and a miss from both fighters. Coming up to the end of round number 7. Wow. Wow. That was a huge round, man. Paulo Couso does not look good at all. He does not look good at all. I think he gave everything he had into that last round. Oh my gosh, boys. Oh my gosh. I gave that round to Luis Antonio. Holy heck. I don't know. We're coming into round number 8 now. Paulo Couso has to survive another 3 rounds. Oh my gosh, man. Heck. This is basically a fight of 2 halves. Whoa. Trust me, man. Paulo Couso doesn't have much left in the tank at all. If he's going to survive, it's on pure heart. It's on pure heart. Oh my gosh. Okay, round number 8. Round number 8 starting now. 3 more rounds. Can Paulo Couso last us 3 minutes and another 2 more after this? He's back into the ropes, working on his instincts. Luis Antonio coming forward once again as it's been for, I'll say, the last 7 rounds. The first round was probably a little bit more rangy. Apart from that, Luis Antonio has just been trying to get his work done on the ropes, keeping Paulo Couso on the ropes. Paulo Couso looking good in the first part of round number 8 here. He's keeping his feet underneath him. He's moving. He's working his jab, digging down to the body, working the hook. Definitely doing the better work here in the start of round number 8. Luis Antonio trying to close the gap just a bit better. He throws some right hands, some of them landing, some of them getting countered. Oh, beautiful boxing ability shining through from Paulo Couso. Nice work. He is back on the ropes now, but he's countering a lot better. Now, Paulo is. Luis Antonio ends it in the clinch. They reset in the center in the ring, which is exactly where Paulo wants to be. He doesn't want to get caught on those ropes. Halfway through round number 8, and his feet are still doing the work for him. He's moving around, doing what he needs to, working that jab, working the 2-3 counter. Luis Antonio trying to find Paulo Couso on the ropes. So far, he hasn't really had luck, because Paulo Couso, man, he's found his second wind. He's doing a lot better right now. He's working that jab. Every time he does get on the ropes, he uses his feet to maneuver out. Right now, he's using the clinch to negate the work of Luis Antonio and get reset back in the center stage, where he gets to do that over and over. Good work from Paulo Couso this round. He gets caught by a right hand. Doesn't really affect him too much. Right now, both of these boys are working on the ropes. Paulo Couso gets out of there beautifully using his jab, using his feet, not sitting there wanting to catch the shots or block or counter. He's just planning to move. This is exactly what he needs to do. Great adjustment from the corner. Great adjustment from Paulo Couso. He's found his range. He's moving. He's moving his feet, finding his shots. What a round! Round number 8 to Paulo Couso. What a good round. 2 more rounds. If he just survives these 2 rounds, he's won. He's got it right now. Is 2 rounds to what, 6? He's got it. Well done. Now, on the cards, they just released the punch stats. They're pretty much neck and neck in terms of punch volume and stuff. but the effectiveness of the boxing goes to Paulo Akuso. I'll be very surprised if they had something else to say, to be honest. But what I've seen so far, Paulo was looking very much in charge, especially in that last round. Round number 7 was rough. Round number 7 was definitely rough for him. But round number 8, he definitely got a second win and he came back. Still waiting for the corner to put out the tape onto the gloves, giving Paulo Akuso a bit more time. Excuse me. Round number 9. Round number 9 starting. The jab is there for Paulo Akuso. A little bit more urgency, it looks like, with Luis Antonio. Trying to find Paulo Akuso back on the ropes, where he's found most of his success. Most of, pretty much all of his Luis Antonio's success has been on the ropes. But Paulo Akuso not letting that happen. He's moving, he's slipping, he's dodging. He's trying to find him back on the ropes, eh? He has a little bit of success here. He's found him on the ropes, but then he got turned. He got turned. Paulo Akuso doing some good work here in round number 9. He's got Luis Antonio onto the ropes now. He's framing, dug in a big shot, a big right hook. Retreating back onto the ropes now, doing some boxing. Moving his feet, working his jab, digging to the body, and the clinch. This is great work from Paulo Akuso, really showing the skills and the adaptiveness, right? Because as I said, man, he was getting caught from a lot of shots before, but then he switched back into boxing mode, constantly moving his feet. Oh, he gets caught by a right hand going backwards, but doesn't really affect him. We've passed halfway of round number 9. Oh, beautiful left hand from Paulo Akuso. Lands clean on Luis Antonio. Luis Antonio trying to find his man. He really can't. He's struggling now. Luis Antonio really struggling to find him. He ducks in to a beautiful uppercut from Paulo. Paulo finds himself onto the ropes. He spins himself off, constantly moving their feet. That's exactly what you need to do. Nice work. He's moving. He's not giving his opponent the ability or the chance to get his shots off because he's constantly moving. He's constantly moving but throwing his shots as well. A little bit of success from Luis Antonio. He gets moved around now. He gets framed. Beautiful dig to the body. Nice jab. Nice round the guard hook from Paulo. Oh, some good slip work. Oh, good ring IQ. Good clinch work from Paulo Akuso. Paulo Akuso, man, looking good at the end of round number 9. Sweet P made an appearance there at the end of round number 9. That was a big, nice round for him. He looked good. One more round, and the fight is his. He looked terrific on round number 9. Wow. One more round. There's Nikita Tszyu. He's there. A big night for his brother. They've got some kind of weird relationship, hey? Him and his brother. Tszyu and Nikita Tszyu. I haven't really looked too much into it, but mind you, I think they both keep it on the wraps anyway. This is the last round. If anything big is going to happen, like it needs to happen here for Luis Antonio. He's had a good, valiant last few rounds, but he's fallen short. The boxing ability of Paulo Akuso is just really shining through. Oh, and this is the last round. Last round is where... Oh! He gets the... That's it. He He's on the ground. He's flat. He's been flattened in round number 10. Paulo Cuso walked him into a beautiful backhand. What a beautiful finish from Paulo Cuso after a back and forth fight. He had to dig deep in some of the rounds there. What a huge moment for him. What a huge moment for him. You saw him in some of the rounds where he's like really depleted and he doesn't have anything left. And he's forced to really dig deep and go real deep into his toolbox. And he pulls it out. And he survives round number 8. And he gets through number 9. And he has a big moment in the last and final round where he catches him with a beautiful counter left. They're showing the replay here. So right now it's a counter left and a beautiful jab where he slips, but he slipped straight into a 3-2. He throws out the 3, boom, that 2. That beautiful straight left. Wow, what a beautiful moment for Paulo Cuso. That was an amazing fight to watch. Wow, wow, wow. What a moment. What a moment. Oh, man, it caught him. Because Luis Antonio was getting caught from a lot of clean shots. He was getting caught with a lot of clean shots. But that was the one that put him out. I think the lights turned off for him on the way down. Yeah, as we see him on the way down, he is out. Like, he's out, and then his head hit the canvas quite hard too. So I hope he's alright, but holy heck. Damn, Paulo Cuso finds the end. Dang. Round number, what was it? Oh, yeah, the last round. Round number 10. Oh. His opponent is finally up. Man, what a great fight. What a great fight to watch. Holy heck. Hats off to you, Paulo. Man, that was a grind, man. That was a grind. Because you really could see the difference in skill level there. It's just that Paulo Cuso was definitely able to weather the storm. You know, he was able to show his toughness in there. He was able to show his will in there. Because he really could have just maybe cruised the last couple of rounds. But there were some moments where he chose to like actually try and hurt him. Wow. What a moment. What a moment for Paulo Cuso. I'm going to turn it up here so we can actually hear the result. Hopefully my live doesn't get taken down. Wow, that was such a moment. What a moment for a man. Dang, man. How good. How good. He has an IBF belt. I wonder what that is. Probably a regional title or something. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. What a moment. What a moment for Paulo Cuso. What a moment, man. It's freaking awesome when you see a fight like that. When you see a fight where they have to really dig deep. Oh, sorry. Did I knock you guys over? Usually I'm the one getting knocked over. Okay. Dang. They're showing the replay of the fight. And the knockdown. Well, why do you guys look crooked to me? What the heck? Hold on. I gotta sort this out. I gotta sort you guys out. There you go. Is that better? Look at my son's Bowser Castle. Alright, let me see. There you guys go. Wow. Paulo Kuso made a... yeah, it definitely was a good statement because of the way it ended. But the fight itself, far out. That's one of the fights where you're like proud of, eh? We have to go through adversity. Bro, check out how tall his brother is. Holy heck, his brother's tall as. I didn't realize he was that tall. Oh, heck. How awesome. Awesome result. So, next up, we have Cullen Peters. Cullen Peters, bro. That guy is... That guy's a pleasure to watch, too. Right? Very different styles. Are they the same weight? I think they are the same weight, hey? Cullen Peters and Paulo Okuso. I think they are. I think there's a few of those boys, eh, that are close to the same weight. We have what's his name? Kira. Is it Rustin? Can't remember. Something like that. Far out, man. What a moment. What a moment for Paulo. Awesome. I'm just having a look here. What are some stuff I can do here on live? What's this? If I press that, highlight, save to your... Oh, okay. My bad. What's this? What does this do? Oh, okay. Sorry, guys. I'm just having a little tutu. What's this? Wait, hold on. Oh, okay. I can put you guys on mute too. What's this? Retouch. Oh, there I am. See, if I press that, I think I get a little bit more prettier. If I press that, it's the normal ugly me. Huh. How cool. So. Alright, they're just... Oh, yeah, they're just chatting. Yeah, they're just chatting. What a fight. What a fight for Pablo, man. Awesome fight. I want to go through it again because, as I said, it's one of those fights where you're like super proud of. Paulo Okuso won round number 1 to 3. There were kind of not close rounds, but there were some challenging moments in those rounds. Probably not round number 1, maybe not round number 2, maybe round number 3. We started to see the game plan, or the true game plan, of Luis Antonio, where he had to really dig deep and turn it into a fight, which he kind of did in the end. Paulo Okuso didn't have the best round number 4. That's the one that I gave Luis Antonio. Round number 5, that was a big one because Paulo Okuso, even though he won that round and he knocked him down, it was a massive finish from Luis Antonio. Same thing with round number 6. Round number 6, it was like good work from Paulo Okuso, but a massive finish once again for Luis Antonio. And round number 7 was another round that I gave to Luis Antonio because that was the round where, just like the other past 2 rounds, Paulo Okuso started well, but he started to fade a little, and you can actually like see that fade, eh? You could really see him start to fade in that round, like big time. And that was Luis Antonio's best round. That was a round that really got me worried because I wasn't too sure what Paulo Okuso was going to look like in the next 2 rounds. He comes in round number 8. Round number 8 was like round number 1. He caught his second win. We then go to round number 9. Once again, it was just like round number 1, where he just really came back to life. His feet was under him. He was constantly moving, not making it easy for Luis Antonio because, as I said, and as we saw, Luis Antonio's best work was on the ropes, was keeping Sweet Peace, someone like him, in like stationary, keeping him still so that he can do his work. And then round number 10, the last round happens. Starts off, he gets caught with a beautiful 2. A backhand that comes through clean. Catches him clean, shuts off his lights. Right now he's talking to Terence Crawford. Yeah, what a moment. Something I find interesting about Terence Crawford is that he's still walking around like a fighter. He still walks around like a fighter. And my opinion, the way that he like holds himself, the way that he's walking around, the way that the way that he goes to events and he looks at fighters, he still looks like a fighter. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but like there's a certain look, there's a certain look, and he still kind of has that look, like the real like fighter look. You're like trying to like not give too much, like you can't be too happy for your what is it? for like other boxers, like you're like reserving quite a bit. That's what it looks like to me. Is that he's like, yeah, he's just really he's just really like locked in. He's still locked in. He still seems like he's on fight mode, in my opinion. Dang. Oh, that was a great display. Anyway, I'm gonna go and grab a drink, then I'll come back. Okay. So Callum Peters is on next. Right now, they're doing some interviews. I'll be back shortly. This live is going to continue. I'm just going to turn off the screen like that, and I'm going to mute it as well so that you guys don't hear me, okay? But I'll be back soon, team. I'll be back soon. Can I write down something on here? Well, I'm like saying like be back in 5, or I'll be back soon. Anyway, see you guys soon. We're back, baby. We are back. Callum Peters. What an animal, though. Callum Peters going to make his way out of the ring first. Interesting. Usually it's like the home favorite coming out first. Maybe it's because the other guy might be highly ranked or something. I don't know. Now, Callum Peters, bro, he's got that style, eh? He's got that style to really like make it a hard night for anyone. Relentless style. The first time I watched them fight was against one of my friends from the gym. So they were both trialing out for the Paris Olympics. They both made it to the final. It was Australia versus Tonga. Have Roman Viney. Great boxer. Not definitely not as experienced as these guys. But holy heck, he's good, eh? Holy heck, Roman Viney's good. And on that fight, that was the first fight that I saw him. And Callum Peters, I was like, that guy's a freaking bulldog. That guy just keeps going and going and going. He's real vicious and just relentless with his work. And it's constant and consistent pressure. And and just a lot of volume. And then it's no surprise that he's turned into this big boxing superstar over in Australia, being one of the best prospects coming up in Australia. No surprise there. Because as I said, Roman Viney he is like the man. He's very, very good. And if he can even compete with him, then heck, you are very good too. So, what's this guy's name? I have no idea what his name is. Just an Argentinian. Argentina. Are they world champs? Oh no, that's right. No, they're not. They lost the Football World Cup, to Spain. So I want to see their I want to see what their records are here, because I honestly don't know. I definitely know Callum Peters will be undefeated. That's just how it is. Maybe he's got, I would say he's probably got less than 5 fights, if I'm not correct. I mean, if I'm correct. But if I'm not, I'll find out soon. Yeah. But what a stage, eh? What a stage to perform on, man. I think this is a good thing for amateur fighters to look and see what a good amateur background can get you. You get to fight on these big cards. A lot more people get to find out who you are, and with that, it's bums on seats, and that transfers to more money for you. In terms of the stats, they're pretty much identical, apart from the age. Age is the other guy's 29, Callum Peters 23. He's got a slightly longer range though. Callum Peters, slightly longer arms. Apart from that, yeah, pretty much neck and neck. So 13 wins the other guy. 13 wins, 1 draw. 13 wins, 1 draw. I think Callum Peters is 7-0, I believe. Rocking the purple and pink. Standout colors, bright colors. The other guy to me kind of reminds me. Oh, hold on. They're just introducing Callum Peters right now. I give him the respect. 50 Cal. Callum Peters. So 7 wins, 7 fights, 7 wins, 6 by KO, 6 by knockout. What years? Oh, yeah. That's a good busy record for someone like Callum Peters. That's actually a good busy record for someone who turned pro. I would say, would he have turned pro maybe last year? So you have the 2024 Olympics. 2025 last year, 2026. Bro, does his guy remind you of that meme of that ginger head boy and he's others? He's what's he doing like this? Or like he's doing some kind of facial, but he looks like this guy. There's this meme of this freckled face ginger head boy. He looks like him. So 14 fights, 13 wins, 9 of those coming by KO, and 1 draw. No losses here. No losses here at all. Both of these boys ready to fight. One from Argentina. I wonder how he's like. I wonder how the Argentinian fights. Alright. Yeah, tough, eh? Those Argentinians though. Here we go. Here's a stare down. As I said, pretty much identical in terms of size. Oh, did they just kiss on the? Did they just kiss on? Did they just go a little pick to each other? Mind you, there are some cultures that are like that, eh? They're like kiss on the lips. Interesting. Anyway, round number 1. Here we go. Is there going to be any feeling out, or is Callum Peters just going to go for it? Oh, beautiful 2-3 for the Argentinian Peters. Actus. Round number 1. Plenty of shots thrown so far. Callum Peters in the pink shorts. Seeing what's there, but plenty of work behind it. Not too much jabs from either fighter. Oh, Callum Peters digs to the body. So southpaw, Actus is coming out in the southpaw stance. Callum Peters is orthodox, but you can see his long arms. I think that's the thing about the fighters from Australia, or those with the indigenous blood. They seem to be like well built for fighting. They got long levers. They got long arms. They got long legs. There we go. Beautiful work from both. I think Actus knows that this is going to be a fight, because right now it looks like a fight, like straight away. Both these guys are throwing leather. Callum Peters just being very fidgety, you know, not letting his opponent rest or reset. Doesn't give him that chance. He's constantly coming forward. He does get clipped for his troubles there, coming forward. Actus getting caught as well. Nice pull there from Callum as he dodges a couple of punches, as he gives his own low 3 to Actus. A low 4 and a 2 comes over the top for Peters. Peters walking his man down. He is catching some shots though. A nice lead too for Callum. Very rarely do you see Callum like throw like a one-off punch, right? If he throws up 1, he's going to be throwing like 2 or 3 right behind it. The work from this kid is, it's like next level. Oh, he gets caught a little bit there. He answers back with like 2-3 shots. Callum Peters goes to work on the high guard of Actus. He digs down to the body, comes up back up top to the head, walking forward. This is hard for me to keep up because of the work that they're doing. Callum Peters walking forward once again, digging to the body, coming back up to the head, getting answered back from Actus. A big breath from Actus. I don't blame him. We are like almost at the end of round number 1. But a lot has happened. Quite a lot's happened. We've got about 10 seconds to go. Callum Peters blocking a few shots coming through from Actus. Good footwork there. Round number 1 comes to an end. Oh, good round. Good round. Good back and forth for both fighters. I would say I'll give that fight. I'll give that round to Callum Peters because Callum Peters probably done a little bit more work with his ring position. He was very good at his ring position. He was always on the front foot and always pushing his opponent backwards. Right? If it was a person going backwards, it was Actus. Actus 9, Callum Peters 10 for round number 1. And honestly, I don't see this fight going the distance, man. I think this is a 10-round fight, right? Scheduled for a 10-round fight. I don't see it going 10 rounds. Not at all. Even though Callum Peters did get caught with some shots that I didn't like, you know. You don't need to be taking unnecessary damage. Oh, there's a pause in time. Oh, yep, he forgot his mouth guard. Actus forgot his mouth guard. And the fight resumes. Long jab for Callum Peters, launching in with that jab, though. With the 2 right behind it. Both fighters swinging. Actus really willing to throw with Callum Peters for the moment being. Callum Peters walking his man down, throwing his shots, comes around with the hook and then responds back with another uppercut. He gets caught by a right hand but throws his own in return. Interesting shot there. You see it like in the in-between shots, Callum Peters, he'll throw his punches even if he's out of position. Something that you don't really do in boxing, right? Usually when you have a good foundation underneath you, that is when you can throw your shots. Callum Peters, he'll like stand up tall and he'll still fire one off. I think that adds on to his actual style of being relentless with his work. He digs down to the body, comes back up to the head. Actus throwing his shots up to the head, but gets blocked from Callum. Callum walking onto a shot. Something I did not like there. I think just as he was taking the angle, but he digs down to the body, which looked like a good clean shot that may have hurt Actus. Both fighters seeing what's there. Not too much has been set up. It's just a relentless work. A big right hook lands for Callum Peters. I think it kind of wobbled Actus. Rocked him back. If he continues this kind of work, Actus is not going to last the round. We still got 1 minute left. If he continues to get caught with these shots, I do see Actus dropping. Big dig to the body, hook to the head. He's throwing a lot of shots, Callum Peters is. He is getting caught here and there, but in terms of effectiveness of the shots, Callum Peters is throwing the more effective shots. You see a little bit more damage or a little bit more response to the shot from Actus. Actus is getting caught with shots and he's like getting his head jolted back. Not so much Callum Peters. Callum Peters kind of welcomes that type of fight. And is not phased if he gets punched. Catches Actus with the 2 going backwards. Continuously trying to walk him down. Round number 2 comes to an end. Another round for Callum Peters. 10-9. Good work. It's relentless stuff, but at the same time, some of it's careless. Some of Callum Peters' work is careless, right? He really disregards any work that's getting thrown back at him. He doesn't really care what's getting thrown back at him. He's been caught a few times by some shots that were like quite clean, but yeah, but you know, to him, for what it seems like, he's just like, yeah, you know. So what if I'm going to get hit? You know, this is boxing. Can't swim without getting wet. But I do stand by that. I do think he's taking some shots that he doesn't need to. He's turning. He's maybe walking him down maybe a bit too early. But that's something that you'll pick up, you know, in his pro career. You know, he'll start off a little bit slower and then turn it up later on. Because something with Colin Peters is that we know that dog is there. You know, you know that he can go to the trenches and he can make turn fights into wars. So that part you don't need to worry about. Maybe work on the setting up part, the long range part, the wearing your opponent down first, and then starting to walk them down and take them out later on. Round number 3. About 30 seconds in, Colin Peters taking control, full control in the center of the ring. Yeah, I definitely don't see this fight lasting, man. Colin Peters will definitely drop this guy. Just the continuous work, eh? And his willingness to just throw these shots in between. Like, in between Actus's throws. Between the throws that Actus... in between the shots that Actus throws, he's just getting his shots off. Punching in between shots, blocking these shots and throwing back. Constant. That's a hard person to deal with. Even there, out of position, he still throws. He continues his work, then he goes out of position, but he still throws. He's constantly there. Colin Peters, yeah, really wearing him down. Throwing punches or fighting a person where they're always catching your shots, defending them, and always returning. Phew, that's a hard night, man. That's a hard night or a hard morning in terms of the case in Australia. Wait, what time would it be there? It'd be like, would it be almost lunchtime, or basically lunchtime. 1 more minute in round number 3. You can see his opponent. You can see Actus really like starting to huff and puff. Beautiful dig down to the body from Colin Peters. Walking his man down, throwing his double rights, throwing the uppercuts and the hooks, which is his definitely his favorite shots. Nice dig down to the body from Colin. Digs down to the body again, straight left this time. Coming in and closing into the last 10 seconds of the fight. Actus is trying. He is trying, but Colin Peters is just... He's been a bully in there. Big time bully. He's been a bully in there. Just walking him down. Disregarding any type of work that's getting thrown back at him. Doesn't care. He just continuously works and walks him down. Shots of the dressing room. Errol Spence Jr. They have his wraps on. He's moving around. He's starting to shadow box. Because he is this. So we got the end of the Colin Peters fight. So we have the next fight. And then it's Errol Spence versus Tszyu. That's an intriguing fight, right? That's an intriguing fight. That's a good fight. Now we go to Tszyu's dressing room. He's chilled out. He's relaxed. Sitting down on the couch. Probably a million things going through his mind. What a moment. What a moment for him. It's a shame we didn't get those other 2 fights right. With Charlo, with Fulton. Especially with Fulton. Far out. That guy, not professional at all. Anyway, round number 4. Big swings and misses from Actus. He's really giving it a go. Colin Peters walking his man down, throwing off these little offbeat angles, these offbeat punches. But still continuous work. left, right, throws his hooks, throws his uppercuts. The thing with his style is that that nothing's really set up. There's no real pattern. It's hard to really predict someone like Callum Peters. The only thing that you can trust with Callum Peters is that he is gonna throw something. Oh, Actus walks into a big right hook. He's got a cut over his left eye from one of the hooks from Callum Peters. Callum Peters, I think he can smell blood. He'll continuously chip away onto Actus as he has for the past 4 rounds. He digs down to the body, back up to the head. The relentless work from Callum Peters. Impressive stuff. He throws his hooks, comes forward, throwing his jab, digging down to the body, coming back up top to the head, continuously making his opponent readjust, having to think about what's like where does he have to block. As I said, there's like no pattern there. He kind of launches in with the head. He has to watch his head there. Actus does. He gets caught with the low 3, high 3. Some hooks coming through, big hooks coming through. Follow-up punches from Callum Peters, really working for the stoppage here. We have 1 more minute of round number 4. Are we going to see the end of round number 4? I don't know. There's some big shots and volume coming from Callum Peters. Straight punches galore. Big hooks coming in from the side of Callum Peters. He can definitely smell blood. I think he's going to go for the end here. Now, is it going to be big shots or just continuous volume? A big flurry from Actus. But look at the left eye of Actus, right? It's really starting to open up. Bad case for him. Callum Peters shifts off to the side, throws his hooks, digging down to the body, back up top to the head. Are we going to see a stoppage here? Some of the reactions to these shots are not good. Callum Peters finding a home for that right hand, that straight right down to the jaw of Actus. Wow, that's the end of round number 4. Actus did not look good. The end is definitely here. I don't give him the next round. I think this is I think the next round is the last round. Then again, if he go catches one again. Oh, did I just get back though? It's just that continuous work from Callum Peters. Constantly working, man. Constantly working. Actus getting his eye fixed. I wonder if they're gonna take a look from the doctor. Wow. Big right hand from Callum Peters in the highlights. And as they showed, he is taking some shots, man. Callum Peters is. But man, he's dealing them out too. Oh, yep. The doctor's going to have a look at the eye of Actus. Yep, that's a nod from the doctor. We're going back in for round number 5. The start of round number 5. Starts off with a big backhand from Actus. I think Actus going to put in a very big effort here because he was hurt in that last round. Big punches coming from Actus, trying to take out Callum Peters, trying to hurt him. Callum Peters responds with an angle off and a big dig to the head. Big hook to the head. He catches some shots and answers back with a dig to the body, hooks to the head. Actus still giving something back. There was a big 1-2 from Actus as well, but he gets caught by another 1-2 from Callum Peters. Oh, nice. See the relentless work from Callum Peters that he'll throw a shot, he'll angle off and then he'll throw again. Right? Making you constantly work or constantly have to think in different areas too, right? Because just then he switched off to another side, a side where you shouldn't be able to throw a shot, but he threw a shot regardless. Callum Peters digging away. head and body. Oh, clean shots coming through for Cullum. Actus coming forward, trying to string something together to hurt Cullum Peters. But nothing seems to work. Cullum Peters getting some clean shots now. Straights coming through. A wide hook to the head of Actus. The continuous, relentless work from Cullum Peters. Really showing like why he's. I think the announcer said he's like number 2 ranked in the amateurs at the moment. Oh, big shots coming through for Cullum Peters. They're clean shots, eh? They just continuously land for Cullum Peters. Once again, he's finding a home for that straight right. That straight right is really rocking the head back of Actus. Oh, once again. It's just that right hand. He digs down to the body, comes back up to the head. Oh, a little bit more effort behind these punches from Cullum Peters. He's throwing a bit more sting in them. Really, really wanting to hurt his opponent. Actus catching a lot of shots on the chin. But Cullum Peters is not letting up. Constantly walking forward, last 10 seconds. Big swing and a miss for Actus. He is trying. Actus is trying, man. He's giving it a go. End of round number 5. There was a Cullum Peters round once again. Right now, it's all been Cullum Peters. That was a good round for him. Because in the first half, Actus was giving it a go, man. He was really trying. They're showing the replay, and you see Cullum Peters after he throws the shots, he's always waiting for the response. Throw a shot and he'd be like boom, 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 boom. Constantly doing that. Excellent work. Excellent replay. That was a big round. Round number 5. Now we're coming into round number 6. Actus. He's been cut. He comes out for round number 6. Starting off with a big rear hook. Actus does. Peters coming forward, working that jab. Oh, excuse me. Right hook around the guard, angling off. Peters does. Whoever matched these two up, good job. That was a good test for Cullum Peters. That was a good test for him. Someone who's tough and willing to give it a go. Someone who's not scared. Someone who's willing to fight. We have Actus moving around, throwing the shots, throwing a big overhand left, trying to catch Cullum Peters. Cullum Peters, I would say he's keeping it a little bit longer on this round, surprisingly. He's not as close as he usually is. He's working his feet just a bit more, working his long shots just a bit more. He's still catching shots in the mid-range. But Actus is still sharp. Actus isn't really showing any signs of fatigue, sorry. He still looks sharp. Big shots still coming through from Actus. Big digs coming from Cullum Peters. He's a bit more, he's a little bit closer to Actus now. Starting to work that rear hand. Always ready to catch shots. Throwing in between shots. Having his feet underneath him. Cullum does. I'd like to see probably a little bit more work to the body from Cullum Peters, in my opinion. When you have someone super tough like this, or someone that can really take your shots, maybe switch down to the body. You know, you'll probably find a little bit more success. Even though he is, though, right? Cullum Peters definitely is working every angle that he can. He's coming up to the head. He's gone down to the body. I'll just like maybe just a touch more to the body. A little bit more digs to the body. But these big shots are coming through now from Callum Peters. Clean shots. A nice rear hand onto the chin of Actus. He follows through with the lights combination. Callum does. He slips a shot. He comes through. Actus retreating back onto the ropes. He digs down to the body. Actus does. To Callum Peters. No effect. And a big swing and a miss from Actus. Big shots landing for Callum Peters. Oh, Actus kind of leaned into a shot there. He leaned into Callum Peters' right hook. So that's another round for Callum Peters. 6 rounds to 0. Yep, 6 rounds to 0. 7, 8. No, I believe this is another 10-round fight, right? I think. Dang. Oh. The eye is not looking good of Actus. The eye of Actus is not looking good, man. It's getting like swollen shut. I think they're gonna check it once the round's over. I mean, sorry, once the corner round is over, they're gonna check it. All right, going into round number 7, sorry, but he's probably gonna get checked by the doctor. Oh no, straight to action. Callum Peters, 7th round. Actus doing a good job, man. He's doing a good job, giving Callum Peters a good fight. Big dig to the body, but blocked from Callum Peters. Callum catching the shots, going to work. Big right hand there for Callum Peters. Digging to the body, up to the head. Actus throwing his shots as well, but most of the shots are getting blocked. Oh, referee waves it off. Referee waves it off. Actus. I believe the referee just thought Actus was a bit too tough for his own good. He was getting caught with shots. In my opinion, like, I don't hate it. He wasn't gonna win. Callum Peters wasn't slowing down. Their fighters was taking a lot of shots, man. So, hey, it is what it is. Round number 7, win for Callum Peters. Dang. Referee stop contest. Round number 7 for Callum Peters. What do you guys think about that? Like, I don't think there was any part of the fight where Actus was really hurt. You know? He was taking a lot of like shots. But the thing is that like he was still answering back. It was just like there was like zero effect onto Callum Peters. So a fight like this, I didn't. Even though the stoppage was surprising. See, and it was strange because just before the stop, Actus actually threw a shot. Actually threw and landed a shot. But as I said, there was like no point. There was no point. He wasn't going to win. It was Callum Peters won all those rounds. By a landslide? No. But still, he won every single round. I don't think there was any chance that he was going to catch Callum Peters. But in a fight like this, I mean, when you're a fighter, it sucks going out this way, you know? Having the referee do it, like, piss off, bro. Fizz off, man. If I'm gonna go down, just freaking let me go down, bro. You know? Dang. So, Callum Peters gets the win. I guess you can call it a technical knockout, TKO. There's a big man himself. Big man himself. What's his name? Dempsey McKean. Was that Chrissy? I think the person who gives me the jobs for design. I think I just saw her on TV. Shout out to you, Chrissy. Callum Peters works his way into a 8-0 record now. 8-0 with another KO on his one. So what's that? 8 wins, 7 by KO. Yeah, 1 by TKO. Good stuff. Good stuff. So the next fight we have. What are the names for the next fight? I completely forgot, man. But we have the lighter weights coming through. Was it Redder and? Oh my gosh, what's the other guy's name? Oh my gosh, I can't think of it right now. And he's a more known fighter too. Oh my gosh, I completely forgot. What's the next fight? What's the next fight? I completely forgot. Fleming. Redder versus Fleming. Fleming. Yeah. So yeah. Great job from Callum Peters. Terrific win. And I think he is really chipping away at his record nicely. Like going from win to win, they're keeping him busy. He's not waiting too long in between fights. He seems to take punches well. Right? It seemed like there was a lot of shots that were coming through every now and then. It doesn't really leave a mark. And he doesn't get bothered by them at all. Great stuff. Wow, well done. Anyway, guys, I'll see you guys on the next fight. I'm gonna pause this so you guys can just stare at my picture, and I'll mute this as well. All right, I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys very, very soon. Sup everyone? And we're back. And we are back. Now. So back on Paul Fleming. Paul Fleming's just been walked out to the ring. I'm just gonna do a little bit of research. Because thank goodness I have something else to work with apart from my phone. Alright. Paul Fleming versus Ahmad Reda. Ahmad Reda. Paul Fleming, 38 years of age. 38 years of age. That's a bit old in terms of like that weight class, you know what I mean? Because the older you go, usually it's not too much of a big deal when you're in the bigger weight classes, but for the smaller weight classes, yeah, it's a bit of a big deal, man. So his opponent Ahmed, 23 years old, 8 wins, 6 KOs. 8 wins, 6 KOs. We have Paul Fleming, very experienced, right? Very experienced fighter. We have 31. Yeah, we have 31 fights, 28 wins, 1 loss, 2 draws. Dang. His only loss was to Charlie Suarez back in 2023. Charlie Suarez was my roommate for a bit back in the day. If you guys remember World Series boxing in the amateurs, this was kind of like, what years were they? That was like around 2011, 2012, 2013. I think that's when it started. Yeah, I think it started around 2011. 2011 is when it started. So back then, I fought for the Indian team, the Mumbai Fighters, and my roommate was Charlie Suarez. Charlie Suarez, great fighter, man, great Filipino fighter, but he just hasn't really been. He doesn't have too much of a profile, but he's a terrific fighter. A terrific fighter, man. So he has given Paul Fleming his only loss. Paul Fleming loses to one person. That's Charlie Suarez. So very experienced fighter. Very experienced fighter. Right? He's very quick. Very nice around the ring. If you guys remember in the lead up to this, Paul Fleming made a wager. For this fight, and he's like, "You got a mullet, I got a mullet. The loser has to shave off their mullet." Oh, so we'll see if that's an actual one that they'll keep. But yeah, man, he's a veteran in the game, man. Paul Fleming. Now, Reda, I haven't really heard much of him, to be completely honest. I don't remember. Well, then again, I can remember like people who are like closer to my weight class. The smaller guys, not so much. So even if he did have a bit of an amateur career, I probably wouldn't know who it was. But then again, I've heard a lot about this guy in terms of just talk that's around. Some people have been asking me what are my opinions of this fight. My opinion is that I don't have one. I don't know these boys well enough, you know. Unless they're like massive stars and in like the US, then I don't really know them. In terms of the smaller weight classes, terrible coming from me because I'm a boxing analyst. I should really do my homework or pay attention a little bit more. So let me put it on. Oh man, I always get his name mixed up with Billy Dib. Hey, Paul Fleming and Billy Dib, man. I always get those names wrong. Ahmed Reda. 1, 2, 3, Nice. Okay, is this a 12-round fight or 10? Is this a 10-round fight or 12-round fight? I guess we'll see. 10 rounds today. Paul Fleming out. Southpaw versus Orthodox, which has been the tail of the tape today. Oh, which will be the tail of the tape in the final fight too. He gets caught by a big right hand, and he cheers it on. Did you guys see that? Paul Fleming gets caught by a massive right hand, rocks his head back, and he just puts his head down. And he's like, "Yeah, come on, come on." Reda looking good, looking nice and composed, putting out their jab, defensively responsible, keeping his hands up. Both of them have their beautiful mullets, corn braided right now, cornrows on the back of their heads, nicely braided and tucked away. Wow! Instantly, I like what I see from Reda. This looks awesome. Good fight so far. Seeing what's there, putting out their jab, you know. Range finder, space filler, digging down to the body, seeing what kind of reaction they give. How do they defend the jab? Do they parry it? Do they slip it? Do they use their legs? Paul Fleming trying to launch in with a big left hook, from their southpaw stance, blocked easily by Reda. Great positive start from Reda. You know, he seems to have found his range perfectly, where he can get his shots off and he's still able to read the shots coming back. Reda wearing the black trunks with the black gloves, with the Everlast gloves. And we have Paul Fleming here choosing to stick to the corner with some beautiful trunks that he has, like green, brown, pinks. Very brightly colored trunks there for Paul Fleming as he sticks himself onto the ropes. He counters back with some shots. He's still very fast at the age of 38. Still very, very fast. Finding his space, moving around, seeing what's there. But his willingness to stick on the ropes, I don't know if that's going to do him any favors. You know, as we... Oh, that was a beautiful dig to the body. I don't think Reda liked that one. That was a beautiful dig down to the body in the southpaw stance from Paul Fleming. He digs down to the body again. He comes up top to the head, retreats back to the ropes. He's been really conservative with his outlet. I think he knows he's not as fit as he used to be, so he can't really put on the pressure and keep it on. That was a big dig to the body, man. That was a big punch to the body from Paul Fleming. That really, like, in my opinion, that really hurt Ahmed Reda. Ooh, how do I score that round? He had some good moments. It was kind of like a fight with two halves a little bit. Maybe, in my opinion, I'll probably go to Ahmed. Only because he had just a touch more work. There's a little bit more work from Ahmed. Just a bit, only just. He only just got that round. But that was a close round. Because at the end of that round, Paul Fleming landed a very nice, big, clean shot to the body. And Ahmed did not like it. We're going again, round number 2. Ahmed Reda back onto the jab and center ring. Walking walking Paul Fleming back to the ropes. And he's hiding behind the high guard. He is. Paul Fleming. Hiding behind the high guard. Sticking out that jab. Going down low with it now. Coming around the guard with it now. Little inside dirty boxing there. Both of them get a warning from the referee. Reda coming forward. Looking to find his shots. One thing they need to do... Sorry. Nice. Both guys. It's kind of like a battle of the jabs in the second round. A nice 1-2 comes through for Ritter, but only touches the guard of Fleming. But right now, I would say he's having the more consistent work. There's some bigger shots coming through for Paul Fleming. They're just not really landing clean. But they're bigger shots, so they're like, it leaves a bigger impression, you know? Oh, beautiful dig to the body from Paul Fleming. He digs down to the body as a counter, complaining for a little touch to the back of the head. Nice work from both fighters. Attacks and counters from both men. Reda definitely having the more consistent work. He's applying a bit more pressure. Paul Fleming having to retrieve onto the ropes. He gets caught by a right hand there. After a 3 or 4 punch combination, it was the very last punch that lands. I think someone as slick as Paul Fleming is, you're going to need to do a lot more work like that. We tried to pepper him into a corner, into a still position, and then throw like a 3, 4, 5 punch combination. And then hope like the very last punch lands. Because you know the first 3 will probably get blocked in or slipped or something. I do like the work from Ritter. And how consistent he is with it. How he's just, you know, going back to that jab. Going back to a stance. Trying to push him back. Because when it comes to close rounds, the referees will go back to like where was like who threw a bit more. Well, depending on the ref, some guys will probably try to think back to, okay, who threw the bigger punch? Who threw the bigger punch? Go back to the dressing room of Tszyu. Here's Tszyu warming up their lead hand, their jab. Oh, can't wait for that next fight, eh? Paul Fleming. Tszyu versus Errol Spence Jr. That's a big fight. That's a big moment for him, man. It's a big moment for either fighter, eh? For both fighters. Who would have thought Errol Spence would be all the way on this side of the world fighting? Dang, this is such a huge moment for Australian boxing. Double jab starting for Ritter. Little swing counter for Paul Fleming, but unsuccessful. The work definitely is coming a bit more from Ritter. He's definitely the one engaging more, throwing shots. But then you get like a big explosion every now and then from Paul Fleming. And that really does leave a lasting impression, I must say. The shots, they're big and they're fast. And even though they miss, it's still like, whoa, you know. Most of Paul Fleming's shots, yeah, they are missing or they're getting blocked from Ritter. Ritter just pouring on a bit more of a barrage of punches here around number 3. He dug down to the body, first one that I've seen in a while from him. Paul Fleming moving around on the ropes, being very, very hard to hit. Slips, rolls, blocks, catches, leans, parries. He's not making it easy. He's not making it easy for sure. Although I got Paul Fleming down by 2 rounds, this is like the other 2 rounds were close rounds. The first round was very competitive. Other one was just a bit more work from Ritter. Big swing and a miss from Paul Fleming. Ritter back onto the basics. 1-2, 1-2, low 3. Oh, Paul Fleming might have found a counter there to the body that might have hurt Ritter when he slips and digs down to the body. He went for that body shot again in round number 3. Paul Fleming did. Dang, I think he might have found a sweet spot for his punch, but he's still getting outworked from Ritter. So regardless if he's found it or not, I'm still probably going to give it to Ritter because of the work, the consistent work. Nice dig down to the body from Paul Fleming. Yeah, he's definitely going for the body, eh? Paul Fleming is. He's trying to catch him to the body. Surely it's. Yeah, right there. Time. That's another round for Ahmed. Looks like Paul Fleming might be the one who needs to cut his mullet on the wager that they put on. What's going on in their corner, man? I would say if I was in the corner. Wait, does he have tattoos on his head as well? I think he does. I'm just having a look at Paul Fleming's head. It's underneath the fade. I think there's some tattoos there. Once again, going back to the dressing room of Tszyu with his team and his coach there. He's got his gloves on, trunks on, all ready to go. Good sign about that is that at least we know that there's not going to be too much of a wait between this fight. Between the end of this fight and the next fight, right? Both fighters look ready to go. Start of round number 4. Starting off with the jabs. There's a bit more jab work, long range work from Paul Fleming now. That's strange. In a couple of fights that I've seen, he doesn't really refer to the jab. Doesn't really go to the jab as like a lead punch. You know, he'll lead in with some hooks. He'll wait and then try to counter with an uppercut or something. Doesn't really go to the jab much at all for a boxer. Nice dig down to the body. I think if your goal is the body, you really should invest into the head with some jabs. He's retreating onto the ropes now. Trying to see if he can catch some shots from Ahmed. Ahmed smiles on and tries to catch Paul Fleming with a big shot. Unsuccessful. Paul Fleming just a bit too sharp with his eyes and a bit too savvy and cute on the ropes. Big swing and a miss. Big swing and a miss from Paul Fleming. It was a huge swing from Paul Fleming and he missed. And then Ritter goes like this. And then Paul Fleming goes like this. Nice little inside work from both fighters. A little bit of success there from Paul Fleming. This is actually a big round. We don't really see him work this much in a round, you know? He doesn't really lead the action usually. He's usually the one countering quite a lot and on the ropes. Right now he's like in the middle of the ring trading off with Ritter. What does he see? What's he doing here? Like, does he see an opening? Is there a reason why he's doing this, or like responding this way to a fight? It's very different. Dang, this is good. This is interesting. This made the fight very interesting. Big overhand left for Paul Fleming. Lands on the chin of Ritter. Nice work. Another counter from Paul Fleming. He goes up the middle, switching to a right-handed stance, orthodox, switching back to southpaw. That's probably one thing I don't like about southpaws. I don't like it when they switch. I really don't like it when they switch. Southpaw is its own puzzle. I don't think you should really switch from it, because everyone knows how to fight an orthodox. Coming to the end of round number 4. I might have to give that round to Paul Fleming, eh? That was a very big round for him. That was probably the most competitive round. I think if I'm going to give him any round, it'd probably be that round, right? Because the other rounds between that, they weren't really competitive. They weren't. I mean, yes, they were competitive in spaces, but it was quite negative from Paul Fleming. Whereas Ahmed always seems to be like composed. He's going like he's there to actually go and engage in the fight rather than try to wait or counter or move around. He's there to fight. Errol Spence Jr. on the pads on the back with his trainer. Them really showing the tail of the tape tonight. All the fights have been Southpaw versus Orthodox. All the fights have been. How crazy. Some parry slips there from Fleming. He rolls under that shot. Straight 2 from Fleming. He digs down to the body. Redder back to his usual self. Trying to find the jab. Find his work. Someone like Paul Fleming is not going to make that easy. Right? He's always going to try and return something. And come in with his real quick counters. Oh, nice work. Ahmed finds him on the ropes. He's going to town. Some shots are coming through. Most of them are getting blocked, though. Oh, big swing and a miss from Ahmed. Paul Fleming finds a nice uppercut through the middle. If you guys are watching the fight, man, you can see the taunting going on from Paul Fleming. He's really waving his opponent on, telling him to come on. Like, come, swing, fight, let's go. And Ahmed is not letting up, man. He's taking on the challenge. He's throwing his shots. Paul Fleming answering back at times. Right now, negating the work of Ritter. Throwing some dirty boxing moves in there. Some shots down the middle. Oh, he puts himself back into the corner. Straight 2 down the middle for Paul Fleming as he slips out of the shots from Ritter. Nothing touching him. Goes for a little walk. Comes back. Digs down to the body. Big swing and a miss from Paul Fleming. Only just missed that backhand. Paul Fleming does. But Ritter's just continuous with his shots, eh? With his boxing. Still coming forward. He's still throwing his jabs. Still throwing his 1-2s. He's walking them down. He's trying to cut off the ring. Force the fight. Big hook there for Ritter. He swipes down the guard. Goes in for the hook. Nice work from Paul Fleming. Slipping all those shots. But as I said, still, Ritter is the one who's like continuously working here. Although, a catch counter from Paul Fleming. As Ritter threw a big hook. Paul Fleming, boom, catch that on the body. Boom, nice hook to the head. Dang. These rounds, man. These rounds are hard to score. These rounds are hard to score. It depends on what you like. Depends on what you like, hey. So I think I'll keep it consistent and go with Paul Fleming on that one because I think a bit more landed cleanly. Right? A little bit more of the work landed cleanly. Even though Ritter was adding a lot more pressure, it wasn't really effective. Most of the shots was getting blocked and slipped and caught and then countered. So if this goes the whole rounds, it'll be interesting to see how they actually scored it and why they scored it. Because right now it's just 5 rounds in. This is hard to score. Each round has been hard to score. It's been close. There's been reasons to give it to both of them. There's been reasons to give like the first few rounds to Paul. There's been reasons to give the first few rounds to Ritter. Their approach to winning this fight is very different. Ritter has found Paul Fleming on the ropes. He's trying to catch his big shot. Paul Fleming doing beautifully with his slips and his blocks and his catches and his counters. Still moving around, making space for him and his opponent. He caught some shots there, countered some, caught once again. Nice work, slipping, moving, weaving for Paul. And as I said, most of Paul Fleming's like punches, they're big punches, so they leave an impression, right? Because you see these big big counters like this, rather than shots like this. You know, these are smaller shots, but the hooks and the way that he throws them, they're big. I think he might have picked him on the cheek there. Paul Fleming did a little flashback from the Tyson Fury fight, if you remember. Tyson Fury kissed whack in one of the rounds, at the end of one of the rounds. Oh, nice overhand and then uppercut overhand from Paul Fleming. Still the continuous, consistent work from Ritter though. He's constantly trying to find his man, constantly trying to work. Not as successful, but he's the one that's really engaging everything. I think I'll probably give him this round, to be honest, because he's probably having a little bit more success. Paul Fleming in this round isn't as successful with his counters and his catches. Not on this round. Still got around 30 seconds left in round number 6. Both guys go to the clinch. Center of the ring now, but instantly Paul Fleming gets walked back onto the ropes. He eats a right hand from Ritter. Tries to counter back with some shots on his own that were caught. Ritter goes to work once again, digging down to the body, up to the head. Last 10 seconds of round number 6. Ritter feinting, probing out that jab, trying to find that counter too. Some of his punches in this last barrage was just successful. Which is why I'll give him this round. So in my book, I've got it 4 rounds to 2 to Ahmed. 4 rounds to 2. So not a bad fight at all. Spence, Tszyu coming up next, middleweight bout. Spence looks like he's half asleep, eh? Mind you, he always kind of looks that way. So mind you, that's a bit how I'm feeling too. Feeling like, whew. Here we go. Round number 7. Round number 7 of 10. Paul Fleming back onto the ropes. Ahmed trying to find his man. Moving around. Nice. Constantly trying to go for their head. Hooks, straights coming through for Ahmed. Billy Dib, though, not making it easy. Moving around, moving his feet. Keeping his central gravity below him. Right where it should be. Trying to launch in with some unorthodox overhands. But still moving around. Still keeping that high guard there. But just that constant peppering away with pressure with his shots, straight hands, right hands, hooks. Redder is continuous. He eats a body shot there from the guard being a bit too far forward. Nice combo there. Oh, beautiful jab coming through from Paul Fleming. Oh, another beautiful dig from Paul Fleming. Even though the work is coming more from Redder, big shots are coming through from Paul Fleming as well. A little bit more entertaining this round. Oh, do I believe Paul Fleming is cut somewhere? Or maybe bleeding nose? Nice work. He's fast, Paul Fleming is. Paul Fleming's quite fast, man. He's wiping away some blood. There's got to be a cut there somewhere. On the right side of Paul Fleming. Can't really see it because the camera angle isn't good. Oh, yeah. There definitely is some blood there. On his right side. I don't know if it's coming from his nose and it just sprayed up, or there's like a little cut there underneath his eye. Guess we'll find out. But there's some beautiful work coming in from both fighters. Probably a little bit more from Ahmed. Paul Fleming still digging to the body. Nice little barrage of punches puts Paul Fleming onto the ropes with Ahmed going to work. Nice work. Giving himself some space. Got 20 seconds to go in round number 7. Nice work from Redder. Oh, that was a big finish from Redder. Lasting impression. Definitely his round. Definitely a Redder round. That was good. Nice stuff. So, let's see. I wonder how they're scoring the fights in their corners, That's the corner of Paul Fleming. Got around 7 rounds to go. Round 8, 9, and 10. Yeah, let's see. There's a cut there somewhere. I think there's a cut on his nose. I think there's a cut on Paul Fleming's nose. I want to see. Looks like there is. Round number 8 starts. Paul Fleming goes back to the ropes again. Redder hunting him. Trying to find something. Remember the last fight that I saw from Paul Fleming? It ended in a draw. Like a controversial draw. Nice slips coming in from Paul Fleming, but not as pretty as they were in the earlier rounds, Getting caught from a long shot there. Now the left eye of Paul Fleming seems to be swollen. He's been catching some straights or hooks there on that left eye, because that definitely is closing up, if I'm not mistaken. Nice work from Redder. Just the constant work, the constant pressure. The constant pressure of Redder. The willingness to just do it like that too. Just constantly move and just add on the pressure. Just doing the basics, Just doing the basics, but continuously. The big swing and a miss from Paul Fleming. Redder trying to find something big once again, but I think he understands his fight now. I think he understands that that you can't really land anything too big on Paul Fleming. Mind you, he's been this way since round number 1. I think that was the game plan. Game plan is just a battle of attrition. Just keeping to the basics. Oh, there's a big leaping left hook there from Ritter. Paul Fleming caught on the ropes. Another big hook. Just grazing the top of the head of Paul Fleming. Ritter launching it with the right hand. It just misses. And another left hook that just misses. He digs down to the body now. Paul Fleming kind of letting him as he tries to go upstairs now. And Paul Fleming countering back. Got about 30 seconds left in round number 8. And what I've seen so far has been a lot better work from Ritter. Paul Fleming seems to be tiring out just a bit. Seems to have tired or slowed down just a touch. Some jabs and wide hooks coming through. Oh, bit of a head clash there. Both guys going for the roll. Both guys went for the roll then, ducked into each other. Yeah, a little bit of a cut on Paul Fleming. He's going for a little walk right now in the middle of the round. In the middle of the round, he's chosen to go for a walk rather than sit in his corner. Different person, different kind of person, he is. Very eccentric. 2 more rounds. 2 more rounds left. But yeah, just at the end of that round, both fighters went to their stall. Paul Fleming was walking there and then he was like, nah. And then he chose to walk around. Not funny. So guys, we got the Errol Spence fight next. Ahmed onto his feet. Round number 9. We have Ritter in the black trunks. We have Fleming in the colourful gladiator shorts. I think the graphics could be better from this production, because at the bottom they got the corners on the wrong side. So it says Ritter on this corner and Fleming on this corner, where it should be switched. Should be the other way around. Just so it matches the fighters. Anyway. More of the same work here in round number 9. Maybe a bit more willingness to fight from Paul Fleming. I think he knows that probably needs to do a little bit more work to get this one. This is going to be a hard one for him to come back from, because out of all the rounds that have been, out of the 8 rounds, I've given Paul Fleming 2. And in my opinion, probably a bit on the kinder side, you know. Then again, I did say the first few rounds was quite competitive. We go to halfway of round number 9, where we find Paul Fleming on the ropes, and Ahmed Ritter just doing what he's been doing for the entire fight, boxing beautifully, finding his man on the ropes, but still keeping to the basics. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, low 3, just doing all the basics right, just throwing them at the right time. He throws a beautiful 1, 2. Tries to dig to the body. He misses. We have Paul Fleming trying to find something big. Some of his shots are going through, but they're not as effective as I think we think they are, because Ahmed is just walking through it and he's still getting all of his shots off. Nice work. Dig up top, dig down to the body from Ahmed. Little short counter there from Fleming, but kind of got the top of his head. You want to get more of the face, especially with your knuckles, man, because I remember when I was boxing someone and I got like the top of their head, bro, I freaking break my knuckle. It's like the hard area of the skull. Very hard area. Coming to the end of round number 9. And the last little flurry from Ahmed Reda, sorry. All of the fight so far has been a finish in the later part of the fight. We're coming into the last round of this fight. Can we get a finish? Let's see if we get a finish. Because the first fight, Balawakuso and Cullen Peters, they both got wins in the later part of the fight. So Balawakuso got the win in round number 10, early round number 10. Then we have Cullen Peters. He got the fight. He got the win in early round number 7, where the referee waved it off himself. That was his own choice, right? To wave that fight off himself. Coming into the last round of this fight. Round number 10. Big start from Paul Fleming. He knows he's behind, right? He knows he's behind. Reda trying to find his jabs. Paul Fleming waving him on. He's really there to fight now. Paul Fleming is there to fight. Numbers thrown from Reda. Answering back in beautiful fashion. Paul Fleming catching him with some shots. Bigger shots there. Dang, is something going to happen here? Maybe something's going to happen here, because holy heck, both of these boys are swinging. Nice work from both fighters. Sorry, I'm just gonna touch the phone and see how it's going. Hopefully it's not overheating. Some big swings and misses from Paul Fleming. Valiant effort. But he is getting caught on the pullbacks. Nice. Both of them swinging for the fences. Going for the knockout. Both trying to hurt their opponent in a bad way. Paul Fleming a little bit wide with his shots. Wouldn't mind him coming and focusing a bit more down the middle. Only because you start to get a bit more predictable on where your shots are going to be. And then you become a little bit easier to counter. Most of the shots that are coming through from Reda are just straight down the middle, because he knows that Paul Fleming's kind of open there, because he goes for the wider shots. Wipe of the nose there. And we've got a lot of blood on the glove of Paul Fleming. Big digs. We've now returned back onto the ropes. Paul Fleming on the ropes. Reda just going to town. Getting tired up from Paul Fleming though. Using that experience to try to shut down the action of Reda. There's now been a break. Got about 30 seconds left into the fight. Are we going to see another finish? Oh, there's a big counter left from Fleming. Instantly answered back from Reda. Big swing. But now Reda's pouring it on. Coming into the last few seconds of the fight. And what a way to close off a great fight from Paul Fleming and Ahmed Reda, with a beautiful finish there from both fighters. I've got to give that round again to Ahmed Reda. In my opinion, he won. I think Paul Fleming knows that he lost this fight. Right? I think he knows he lost this fight for sure. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Dang, 8 fights. 8 wins. 8. Gosh, 8 rounds. Damn, that's 98. Damn, man. That's good. That's good. Yeah. Nah. Good fight. Good fight, but yeah. Some brilliant moments. Some brilliant moments there for Paul Fleming. It's just the better and more consistent work came from Redder. Just constantly keeping like keep, keeping the task, keeping to the game plan, and just being right in front of Paul Fleming, but working, constantly working, throwing his jab, throwing his 1-2s and his hooks, and his digs down to the body. Paul Fleming did have success with the body for sure as well, but it was just more work. Just more work from Ritter. Even though he would get caught every now and then, he'll just come back and answer with more shots, keeping to the game plan still. Well done. Well done to both men. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 92 to 98. Dang. Well done. Well done. So just waiting to make this scorecard official. I scored it 98-92. Ooh. Got the big main fight coming up next, man. 12 rounds. Do we think it's going to go 12 rounds? I think it's probably going to go 12 rounds. To be completely honest. Unless something goes horribly wrong. Yeah, I don't really see either fight get. I mean, either fighter getting finished. Hey, to be honest, I don't really see Errol Spence finishing Tszyu. I don't see Tszyu finishing Errol Spence. Then again, always room to be wrong. Nine 91, 97 93, 96 94. Yeah, man. Raider. Yeah, he's got a cut on his cheekbone. I think that was the very last shot. That was the very last shot that landed. Ahmed Rida gets the win. Up next, woo, we have the main fight. The main fight, boys. The main fight, man. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Who do you guys have? Tszyu, Errol Spence. Dang. This is a big one, eh? This is a big one, man. This is a big one. Alright, I guess I'll see you guys soon for the final fight. For the final fight coming up. I'll see you guys very soon.
Hello?
Now that's huge. Look at that phoenix pattern on the back of his robe, rising from the ashes, eh? Damn, that's awesome. Awesome story. Here we have the truth coming out. Errol Spence Jr. Let me know who you guys think is gonna win. Errol Spence or Tszyu? Tszyu or Errol Spence? Former unified champion and Errol Spence Jr. was on the pound for pound list. But now we're on the other side of his career. Well, it's kind of like unknown territory, eh? Because he suffered that defeat to Terence Crawford, but before that there was like a car crash. Someone actually commented about how special today was, because we had AJ going through what he went through. You know, the loss of his friends, Cena and Lats. And he was he was in that car. Probably should have been a part of that car accident tragedy, right? Because it was only from the freaking grace of God, really, where he survived. And then we have someone like Errol Spence Jr., where he suffered from a massive car crash too, and he somehow survived. So we have two boxers who one has already fought and won. He went through some adversity, and we have the other one fighting now. These two probably not supposed to be here, you know. Give them a second chance at life. Oh wow, they got the Aboriginals coming out. What Errol Spence? Holy heck, that's crazy. How crazy to be coming out. Wait, is it the Aboriginal? Yeah, I think it is. Wow, because he really embraced them, eh? He was talking about like the similarities between the two, between the Black African Americans and the Aboriginals. And then, how funny that like they came out to him, and he's fighting another countryman, and he's fighting another Australian. Whoa, interesting. Wow, this is his first fight back in 3 years. After 3 years, bro. Look at him, he's soaking it in. Oh, look at him looking around. Dang. His first fight in 3 years. He's 36 years old. Oh, that's not even old. 36 years old. Yeah, see, that's actually my age. Tszyu, 31. 183 centimeters for Spence Jr. He's a little bit taller. Oh, sorry, reach. That's the reach. 177 for his height. 174 for Tszyu. 72.1 is the weight. A little bit of a reach advantage for Spence Jr. Oh, this is going to be a good fight, man. I think this is going to be a good fight. This is definitely going to be a good fight. Damn, look at my... Dude, that's crazy. I've been live for almost... What is that? So 20... So that's... Wait, what's... Almost 3 hours, I guess? Yeah, I think I've almost been live for 3 hours, I believe. No, for 4 hours. I was live at like 1 o'clock or 1:30 or something. Dang. All right. Oh, yeah. Yeah. The boys are ready. Let's go into Errol Spence. Errol Spence looks ready. Did something happen? What the heck? What the heck happened? I said stream was interrupted. I was like, hey, what the heck's going on? I just pressed the screen. Never mind. Anyway. Both of these guys looking nervous. Yeah, both of these guys look nervous. They look nervous. And that's no dig. That's no dig, man. That shows that this means a lot to them, right? Being nervous isn't a bad thing, man. This means a lot for both fighters. I guess we'll be hearing some national anthems, I believe. Or are they just going to go straight into announcing them? I don't know. I've literally got my volume turned down. Actually, I'll turn it up slightly. There you go. Not too sure if you guys can hear it. If you guys can, let me know. All right. Let me see. Yeah, we have. Yeah, we're gonna get straight into the fights. Tszyu got announced. Bam. Whew, that's crazy, man. Now, Errol Spence Jr. Whoo! Man, just look at him soaking it in, eh? Look at him. He's looking around. He's like looking up at everyone there, smiling. You know, this is his welcome back, really. 29 fights, 28 wins, 22 KOs. So, you know, those wins coming by KO. 1 loss. Dang, man. Yeah. He's really Yeah, seems very happy. Seems very happy to be there. Both fighters look very nervous, but that doesn't mean anything, eh? That doesn't mean anything. Is he about to? No. Dang. His family's there. What a moment, hey. Round number 1, boys. All right, this is the stare down. This is the stare down. All right. Touch the gloves. Going back to the corner. What's on the back of Errol Spence's here? Is that a patch or is that a dread? I think he's got a dread at the back of his hair, right? For coming out, round number 1. Good to see Errol Spence back in. Yep, he's going for his jab. He really reached in for that long hook to the body. Didn't really like that, but that's all right. Keeping that lead hand busy. Tszyu trying to get his space right, trying to get his range right. Keeping nice and low, getting his legs loaded for something to happen. Errol Spence jumping in with that jab, with that long lead hand of his. He gets caught by a jab from Tszyu. He tries to dig down to the body. Tszyu not there. Tszyu fainting down. Smothering the space right now. Right now, Errol Spence doesn't have too much space behind him. Tszyu kind of making the ring quite small. Quite small for Errol Spence. Errol Spence trying to get his jab going. Most of it getting blocked from the high guard of Tszyu. Tszyu coming around, trying to dig down to the body. They get into a little flurry here and there. Yeah, but right now it's just all just the jab and foot placement. Ooh. Errol Spence tried to go around the guard of Tszyu just there. Slightly catching him just slightly on the head. Got the wide hook to the top. Some jabs popping through, a rear hand popping through for Tszyu. Both of these guys look sharp. Both of these guys look sharp. Now, as the fight goes on, I think we're going to see both of these guys open up. I think both of them are going to catch each other sooner than later. Some rear hands has already popped through for Tszyu. Catching Errol Spence. Errol Spence got caught by a big hook from Tszyu. Off balance, Errol Spence is. Now he's trying to find something for himself. Tszyu closing in the space. Making this big ring a small one. Tszyu creeping forward, trying to find something. But he's being patient. He's being patient, working behind the guard. Not really throwing anything. Still trying to smother the space. Errol Spence poking out that jab, throwing those long shots, but he got caught. He got caught big time, man. He swung, he missed. Tszyu capitalized on it by landing a big hook of himself, for himself, sorry. As we come into the end of round number 1. Dang. Okay. So that was a Tszyu round for sure. Oh my gosh, where's my... Dang, okay. All right, that's round 1 for Tszyu. Hold on. I've got to get my stuff so I can score it. Because if this turns out to be a close fight, I need to know where I am. Boom. Bam. Oh, we're back. We are back. So, that was good. Round number 2 starts. We have Errol Spence trying to dig to the body. Yeah. Tszyu's doing a good job of making the ring small, eh? And frame-wise, he's actually a lot bigger. Tszyu's actually a lot bigger than Errol Spence. Errol Spence trying to find something. He's reaching a lot, eh? Errol Spence's. Oh, he's starting to get a bit better with his hooks. But he does look small. Errol Spence does look small compared to Tszyu. Errol Spence kind of smothering his own work. Tszyu trying to counter off something. But right now it's been really cagey with his work. Most of the work is coming from Errol Spence, but it's not as effective. Right? Nice deflection from Tszyu. Just a lot of jabs. And trying to throw something behind it, Errol Spence's. But he's getting caught by some offbeat shots from Tszyu. Either hooks, well, mostly hooks. Nice. Little surprise change angle hook from Tszyu. Errol Spence digging down to the body. Going back to that jab. Seeing what's there. Moving around. One up high, two down body. Two down low, two down body. This is good. This is a good practice for me. For my commentating career. Nice little dig down to the body. I mean, dig down low from Tszyu. He threw a one up high, then he threw a two down on purpose, kind of knowing that Errol Spence likes to dip down to his left. Every time he throws that jab, if he commits to it, Errol Spence will dip. He's going to try and throw an uppercut towards there, or maybe a straight. Oh! It was a straight right that landed clean for Errol Spence. And that had Tszyu rocked. Both of these guys have been rocked in the space of 2 rounds. Beautiful work coming in from Errol Spence. It's been continuous. It's been consistent. He's starting to get big reactions from the feints of Errol Spence. And Tszyu is starting to react quite a bit. Very good. Very good start of round number 2. Oh, that was good. That was good. That one I'm going to give to Errol Spence for round number 2. I'll just go to round number 6 so far. So, there. If you guys see it. I'm not too sure if it's reversed for you guys, eh? So, I've got Errol Spence. Got Tszyu. TT, Zoo is spelled with a T. So, I gave the first round to Tim. Gave the second round to Errol Spence. It's been good so far. It's been pretty good so far. Dang. The momentum. It's kind of evened out now. Because the first round, definitely it seemed like more momentum was going to Tszyu. Because of the way that he got a good wobble on the first round. And then now, it's kind of switched on to Errol Spence. Errol Spence came on strong in round number 2. Here we go in round number 3. At the start of round number 3, both boys being in the middle of the ring, they've already got themselves into a clinch. So something that we probably know is that Errol Spence will just continuously work behind that jab. Now Tszyu will probably try to find his shots and likes his clean shots better. Little misfoot placement. Errol Spence digs down to the body once again. I feel like he's reaching just a bit, eh? Errol Spence's. I feel like he's falling over his punches slightly. Little inside work there from both fighters. A little bit of dirty boxing as well. Nice little scuffle in between. Both fighters having success. But yeah, in my opinion, yeah, when you see how they are close up, Tszyu just looks bigger. Nice work. Dipping under some shots. Tszyu landing some big hooks in the mix. Some body work coming through from Errol Spence. Bit of a deep breath coming through from Errol Spence. He is putting quite a lot and has been in the past couple of rounds. Damn, the size difference, eh? Even though their height's like the same, it's like he just seems a lot thicker. Nice work from Errol Spence, but Tszyu really acting like the bigger man, like walking his man down behind the high guard. But Errol Spence's punches, man, they still need to be respected, eh? They still need to be respected. Because you don't want to go walking a man down, but you're still getting clipped. Nice work from Tszyu. Finding the offbeat, long range right hand that lands right down the middle of the guard. Now he came around. Good adjustment. This has been, I think this fight's been a really, really evenly matched fight. Tszyu had a very good first round. Errol Spence had a good second round. Third round, both fighters have been good, but I'd say just been a touch better for Tszyu. He's found some cleaner shots from what I've seen so far. And coming into that's the end of round number 3. I'll give that round to Tszyu. This is a good fight, man. This is a close fight. So right now, I got round number 1 to Tszyu, round number 2 for Errol Spence, round number 3 for Tszyu again. Have you guys scored it the same? Let me know. Well, that's if you guys are even watching it. I've subscribed to the Zone, so man, this has been good, man. This has been good so far. Like the momentum of the fight is like going like this, but it's not one like this, and this is like one like this. Boom, boom. Nicely matched fight. Now it's about like war of attrition, to see who can actually keep their composure. Nice stick to the body from Errol Spence, but good, but nicely countered from Tszyu. Nice. He throws a right hand to the body, then up to the head, then up to the head again. Good. He's good at changing up or throwing like variations to a shot, say, which is perfect for boxers, man. Gotta watch this fight. Okay, there's some low blows in the action there. They find themselves in close quarters, where Errol Spence probably gets the better of the exchanges if they agree to stand and bang. Because Errol Spence will continuously throw. Oh man, some big counters coming through from Tszyu. But the work is still there from Errol Spence. It's still there. Oh yeah, see, he's still getting caught. Errol Spence still getting caught with some shots. Nice pull counter from Tszyu. And Errol Spence still goes to work. But he's still getting countered, man. Oof. I think Tszyu might have got the timing down of Errol Spence now. Errol Spence, his head has been rocked back a few times like this. Oh, once again. He digs down to the body, Tszyu does. He comes back up top to the head. Tszyu, whoa, he's catching him a lot. Tszyu throwing a lot and throwing a lot of clean punches to the head of Errol Spence. Errol Spence taking a deep breath, moving back to the corner. He catches the lead, rear hand himself. Tszyu looking good, man. The timing seems to be on for Tszyu as he walks down Errol Spence Jr. That rear right hand, that lead rear hand seems to be working for Tszyu. And he's varying it up to the head, and then to the body, and then around the guard. Wow. That's another round for Tszyu there. That's another round for Tszyu. Excellent stuff. Dang, man. Damn. Excellent stuff. I've got a 39 to... 39 to 27. Whoa. Pretty good. Pretty good. Good fight, man. Good fight. But from there, it looked like Tszyu was catching him a lot on the offbeat right hands. He would like walk him down and then pop off just a straight right hand down the middle. Oh, there's Terence Crawford looking down on his phone. All right, round number 5. What's going on? Oh, okay, that's clean the bottom. Right, round number 5 starts. Tszyu coming out to meet Errol Spence. Errol Spence works straight away. He's got that jab going, digs down to the body. He catches Tszyu with a rear hand. Doesn't seem to bother him too much. Tszyu coming back with punches of his own. But the work rate from Errol Spence, it's been terrific. But still, the effective shots seem to be from Tszyu. He seems to have got his range down perfectly. Right? He's getting the pull counters on. He's getting that lead 2 happening. Errol Spence still working hard. But the shots are getting caught and then countered. First minute done of round number 5. And the work has been impressive from Errol Spence. But he's been working, then clinching, then working, then clinching. But in terms of effectiveness, nothing seems to be bothering Tszyu so much, right? All the shots, all the hurtful shots seem to be coming from Tszyu. Apart from like 1 or 2 from the fight so far from Errol Spence. Nice, dig to the bodies from Errol Spence Jr. This round, a lot closer, a lot harder to score. Both fighters are agreeing to fight in the pocket, really. Both fighters want to go forward. Sometimes that makes for a harder fight to score and just for a harder round to get your punches off because you guys are so close. But I would say it's probably a good adjustment from Errol Spence because the time that Tszyu usually catches Errol Spence is when Errol Spence is going back. If Errol Spence works and then chooses to pull back, that's when Tszyu usually gets his lead 2 off. So it's probably a good adjustment to work and then stay in close. But still, even then, Tszyu kind of has an answer. He's coming in with those wide hooks. Coming into the last 30 seconds of round number 5. Right now, I'm leaning back towards Errol Spence because of the work rate. You know, there's not too much that have landed of significance, maybe apart from that big shot there from Tszyu. They just landed a shot, a wide right hook around the guard of Errol Spence. Apart from that, it's been a lot of work from Errol Spence. Errol Spence has been doing a lot of terrific work, consistent work. That one I have to give to Errol Spence. This is a good fight, boys. This is a good fight. Damn. This has been real back and forth. One of my fight card looks the same as the ones that they're scoring themselves. That the non-official judges are scoring too. Because right now I got a 3 rounds to 2 to Tszyu. Tszyu was winning in my book, but I got a 3 rounds to 2. So it's been back and forth. Like it was first round Tszyu, second round Errol Spence, the other 2 rounds to Tszyu. This round was to Errol Spence. Very good fight. Evenly matched, good adjustments from both teams. They saw where I think they were landing. I mean, where they were getting caught with Tszyu, and chose to come forward just a bit more. Round number 6. Yeah, it's just the size difference, eh? The size difference. Nice hooks on the inside from Tszyu. It's coming around the guard of Errol Spence. He tries to throw that lead too, and it's finding success. Tszyu using that lead hand a little bit better now. He's got some blemishes on the left eye of Tszyu. That's just that consistent work from that lead hand of Errol Spence. Errol Spence seems to be catching quite a lot now from the rear hand of Tszyu. It's either coming in straight or a hook or an uppercut. But Tszyu is working that rear hand, trying to find the face of Errol Spence and hurt him. Errol Spence back to digging to the body, going back to that lead hand, jabbing, going down to the body. Tszyu digs down to the body of Errol Spence Jr. If he can feint going down there again and come over to the top, he could possibly hurt Errol Spence. Yeah, this is better work from Tszyu. Really walking his man down and treating him like the smaller man, you know? Really put on like a bully tactic. Yeah, Tszyu has. Oh, there was a big dig to the body, then a big feint. Referee has still called a stop there. Not too sure what happened there. I think might have been a low blow. I think there was a warning from the ref to Errol Spence Jr. about a low blow, so you got to keep an eye on that. I personally haven't seen any trouble with that. Good wide hook from Tszyu. Tszyu seems to be catching Errol Spence a lot more now. Oh, good work from. Oh, he switches up top now. Tszyu. Oh, he's throwing some numbers onto Errol Spence Jr. now. He's finding a catch counter to his shots. It's that rare hand from Tszyu that seems to be finding the spot and success. It seems to be finding the holes. That rare hand of Tszyu. Digging down to the body. There's been a big reaction. Tszyu's going to feint down and go up top. But he has to follow up with a bit more shots if he plans to take him out. He's touching down to the body again. Back up top where it was a clean shot. Nice hook. Nice hook on the back foot from Tszyu. Tszyu round. Nice. We are on to the second half of the fight now. So I only set my score to 6 rounds because I wasn't too sure if I was going to go the full 12. That's 6 down. The momentum is changing back into Tszyu for sure. It's just the adjustments, it's just the adjustments in between that make this fight interesting. The rear hand popping through for Tszyu. It's really rocking the head back of Errol Spence Jr. Round number 7. Errol Spence Jr. Tszyu. Instantly, we have Tszyu coming forward, stalking his man into the corner. He's going to try and keep him right there. Using his binocular guard. Boom, right there. Using the binoculars, seeing what's there. Nice. Some big shots coming through for both fighters. Digging down to the body, back up top to the head. Tszyu does. Spence escapes the ropes. He's got to get back onto his jab, back into his combination work. You can't throw too many single shots onto Tszyu. Nice work from Tim. Yeah, Tszyu really, really walking his man down. I think it's a hard fight for you. If you can't hurt Tszyu, bro, he's gonna walk you down, man. He's gonna walk you down. He's gonna parry your shots. He's gonna make that ring feel very, very small, as he's doing now. Because, man, he's put in some good work. Here comes Spence Jr. answering back. But most of the shots are caught, man. Most of the shots get caught from Tszyu as he walks forward onto them. Nice uppercut from Tszyu. Big swings and misses. Not too much connecting in this round. Oh, well, in comparison to the last round, there's been a slight adjustment from Spence Jr. But it's still, in my opinion, it's still going to be Tszyu round. Big hook from Tszyu. Comes around the guard of Spence Jr. as he goes to slip the two. Wow. That really hurt him. Tszyu just back to work. Walking his man down. Can he find another big shot like that? I feel like if he finds a few more shots like that, he could possibly get the finish on Spence Jr. Tszyu on the hunt. Trying to find his man. Find the target. We've got 30 seconds left in round number 7. Tszyu looking to hunt. He found a straight right hand on the face of Spence Jr. He's trying to find him. He's still walking his man down. Where's the jabs? Where's the jab? Where's the long frame? Spence on the back foot. Working his jab. Working his legs. Found the clinch. Trying to negate the work that's coming back from Tszyu. That's the end of round number 7. That's a Tszyu round once again. Dang. That was a... I feel like he really rocked him, man, in that fight. I mean, in that round, he really rocked him, man. So, I've got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 rounds to 2. 5 rounds to 2. Dang, man. Whew. It's showing the replays. There's some big hits. Big hits coming from Tim. Just that lead right hander, he seems to be setting up quite a lot. That lead right hand. And then if he can get his frame on and his long jab going, he can play around with that right hand. Either he throws it straight or hooks it around or digs down to the body. That's been the story of this fight, really. Is that rare hand of Tszyu. Oh, dang. And he's catching Spence even in the close range. Just the wide hooks. They seem to be the more damaging shots, eh? Tszyu seems to be landing the more damaging shots in comparison to Spence. Spence giving it a go, man. He's trying to swing big to the head. But it's just not working. It's just not working. The guard of Tszyu and the eyes of Tszyu, he's catching it all. He's digging down to the body. He's coming forward. He's been a bit more aggressive in round number 8 now. He's starting this round a lot more aggressive now. Spence getting told off once again. about the low blows. Oh, a little swing and a miss from Errol Spence. That long jab of Errol Spence, but Tszyu coming forward once again, backing Errol Spence onto the ropes, trying to find those openings. He does. I would like to see maybe a little bit more feinting coming on from Tszyu. I mean, he's landing the big shots. Why not feint and set up the other, and... Oh, bro, he's walking him down now. Oh, dude. Big shots coming through from Tszyu. He's catching his shots, throwing something back. Really treating Errol Spence like the smaller man. Errol Spence trying to dig down to the body. Really struggling to find anything, because Tszyu seems to be all over it. He's still behind his high guard. Walking down Errol Spence back onto the ropes once again. Errol Spence finding shots here and there, but in comparisons, like the effectiveness is like all the harder shots are going to Tszyu. He's got all the bigger shots. 30 seconds to go in round number 8. We have Errol Spence back onto the ropes, retreating back to the ropes, getting caught with that long right hand of Tszyu, that lead right. As he tries to dig to the body, go up top to the head, Errol Spence does, but it doesn't seem to phase Tszyu at all. Damn, that's another round that I got to give to Tszyu. 10-9. Dang, boys. That's my score so far. I can't tell if it's actually reversed on your end. But, yeah. ES, Errol Spence, TT, Tszyu. Boom. So I've only given Errol Spence round number 2. What's that, round number 4? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Round number 5. So I don't know my glasses. And I've given everything else to Tszyu. He's just finding the shots, eh? He's finding those shots better, man. We have round number 9. 10, 11, 12. Dang, bro. Tszyu looking... He's looking a lot fresher as well. Here we go. Round number 9. 9 of 12. They're in the clinch. Some little smaller shots coming through for Errol Spence. Nice, as he digs down to the body, comes up top to the head with the little uppercuts. Some bigger shots through, coming through now for Errol Spence. You know, as he gets his feet beneath him. Oh, he goes on the chase as he changes angle. He goes onto the blind side or the open side of Tszyu. And Tszyu tries to catch him with a big right hook. Right now, some inside boxing going on there. A wide hook that just missed for Errol Spence. Yeah, Errol Spence, from this angle right here, when Errol Spence's back is towards us, and they have Tszyu right in front of him, bro, he looks so much smaller. Errol Spence looks so much smaller than him. Nice work. He's moving around, digging down to the body. Nice work. Good popping right hand from Tszyu. You can tell these guys are real high caliber, eh? Because, there's been slight adjustments every single round. Every single round there's been adjustments, man. It's not just one wave of momentum coming from one side. It changes every now and then, you know? It changes from like round to round, but most of it is from Tszyu. Tszyu is being the more dominant fighter, making that ring small, treating Errol Spence like the smaller man, and doing what he wants with that rear hand. Errol Spence using his feet just a bit more in this round for and not just retrieving back onto the ropes. He's actually boxing a bit more with his footwork. Oh, he almost got caught with a rear right hook, or with the lead hook. Oh, up and down from Tszyu. Got some whipping shots there from Tszyu to close the round. This was a better round for Errol Spence, but I even in the closing statement, even as the closing statement of that round, I feel like Tszyu still had that round. I'll give that round to Tszyu once again. Yeah, that was a better round for Errol Spence. It was just better work from Tszyu. 3 more rounds. Round number 10, 11, and 12 left. What a fight this has been, man. What a fight this has been. Yeah. Right now they're showing the replays. Man, what adjustments can he make? What adjustments can Errol Spence make to make a difference here? Right? In some way, he has to try to make Tszyu go backward. But that's such a hard task with the style of Tszyu. And from what we've seen so far, he doesn't seem to be affected by any of Errol Spence's shots. Apart from one shot that he had in round number 2. Dang, got some clean shots coming through for Tszyu. Through the guard of Errol Spence Jr. Errol Spence retreating back onto the ropes. I think he's been hurt. Maybe it's just been an accumulation of clean shots that have been coming through. And Tszyu does the right thing of like hurting him to the head, but then he'll instantly go down to the body as well. And he's got a natural response to when Errol Spence throws a wide rear hook, he'll catch and shoot straight away. That seems to be another money shot for Tszyu. Even though Tszyu just got caught there from a rear hand, a rear straight from Errol Spence Jr. As they get broken up. Once again, Errol Spence retrieving back to the ropes. Tszyu coming in with the wider shots. Flurry of punches backs Errol Spence onto the ropes once again. Nice work from Tim. He digs down to the body once again. He tries to go over the top, the rear of the lead hand of Errol Spence Jr. Didn't work. Errol Spence digging down to the body once again, coming over to the top. This is much better work from Errol Spence, for sure. Nice work. Tszyu is still landing those straight shots. Errol Spence doing a much better job at controlling that range, controlling that long range between the two. Because it's not so easy for Tszyu to land those straight shots, even though he just landed a super clean one right there. Even the jab is landing for Tszyu, who just marches forward and throws his straight shots. Errol Spence back to the ropes, trying to use his feet to get out of danger. A bit of a blemish on the eye of the right side of Tszyu's face, or the faces of Tszyu. Yeah, I've got to give another round to Tszyu. Just the effectiveness of the work was there for me. Dang, that's 8 rounds to Tim. 2 rounds to Errol Spence. And they've covered both of Errol Spence's nose. They covered both nostrils. What the heck? How is he supposed to breathe, man? Damn. It's kind of like day and night, where, like, fight stats. It looks like from the fight stats. I think Errol Spence is landing more, which I think is right. Probably is right. But the more effective shots are definitely coming from Tszyu. Round number 11, championship rounds, 11 and 12. Errol Spence trying to push Tszyu on the back rope. Trying to push Tszyu back as Tszyu tries to answer with some shots of his own. Flurry of punches. Tszyu lands, but on the guard of Errol Spence Jr. Oh, and Errol Spence walks into the backhand of Tszyu. Tszyu does the same. He walks into another backhand of Errol Spence. Both guys are finding some success on this round. What a great fight. It's been a good round so far. A little bit of a back and forth already. And it's only been 1 minute in to round number 11. Big shots coming in from Errol Spence. Big shots coming in from Tszyu. Tszyu, once again, catching shots and throwing one right back. So the cleaner shots are still coming from Tszyu. But the work of Errol Spence Jr. He's got beautiful work rate, he does. Nice little change angle there from Tszyu as he walks Errol Spence back to the corner and throws another right hand that lands clean. Errol Spence tries to dig to the body, tries to slow his man down, and even feint down low to come up top. Tszyu read that. Nice little uppercut that pops back the head of Tszyu. Tszyu is still ready for the pull counter, which he's used multiple times in this fight. Oh, nice little flurry return from Tszyu, and his head gets rocked back from Errol Spence, and he returns the favor. Wow, what a round it's been. Both boys looking to steal this round. Wow, what a round, man. We've still got 20 seconds left. A little sneaky rear hand coming in from Tszyu. We have Errol Spence Jr. working to work that jab. Looking to work that jab. Right now he's moving his legs, coming around top. Moving to the side. Dang, that was a close round. Just for argument's sake, I'll just give it to Errol Spence Jr. You know what I mean? That was a closer round. But yeah. 1 round left. So round number 11. After that, I've given 3 rounds to Errol Spence Jr. and the rest to Tszyu. The fight stats, total shots landed. Errol Spence is winning in terms of punch count. Dang, man. I wonder how the scorecards are going to look, man. Well, I wonder how the scorecards are going to look. This has been crazy. This has been it's been expected. You know, it's been expected. Both of these guys, world-class fighters. I would say, yeah, there's been probably a little bit of I think, with this being the first fight back for Errol Spence, I think you can kind of see that. He's lost a bit of power. He's there's maybe just a touch behind. But this shows how good Tszyu is, man. Tszyu was good. Tszyu was good, bro. I think I saw one person saying that even if 70% of Errol Spence shows up, he beats Tszyu. I was like, bro, Tszyu's good, bro. Tszyu landing some jabs up top, digging down to the body. Errol Spence trying to keep it clean. The thing is, I think that both of these fighters don't know who's winning, right? But from the way it looks, I think it looks like Errol Spence Jr. thinks he's winning. Am I wrong? Damn, am I wrong? Because in my thing, I've got Tszyu up by heaps. But the punch stats, yeah, Errol Spence is he's throwing heaps, but the bigger shots are landing for Tszyu. Holy freak, did I just get this whole thing wrong, bro? Alright, but yeah, we're at round number 12. We're halfway through. Not much has happened. That's mostly because Errol Spence Jr. is on the back foot most of the time in all of this fight. Whoa, there's been a big backhand that landed for Tszyu that rocks Errol Spence all the way back into the corner. For this whole fight, Errol Spence was on the front foot, working behind his jab and working those little inside shots. Now, that was something that I kind of disregarded, right? Because the bigger shots came after those. Dang, he's really boxing like he's won the majority of the rounds, which I disagree on. I feel like Tszyu has won most of the rounds, but Errol Spence is boxing like he has. This is insane. Oh man, am I gonna look silly? Here's some little one-off shots are coming through for Tszyu, but since Errol Spence isn't willing to stand and bang and fight with him in round number 12, it's really hard for Tszyu to try to get anything off, right? We're coming in to the last 10 seconds of the fight where Errol Spence is on his bike, moving around. He eats a clean shot from Tszyu. Wow. He really moved around that round. Did I just get that all wrong? Holy heck. That's why I'm not a judge. Holy freak. Did I just get that fight completely wrong? Am I tripping, bro? Am I tripping? Because to me, the bigger shots were there for him. What the heck? Yeah, oh man, this is so strange. This is so strange. Okay, let me do the calculations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3. Damn. How did they see that fight? How did you guys see that fight? That was so confusing. I scored that 111 to 117 to Tszyu. I should have really... Oh, man. Damn. Okay. Well, we'll see. Holy heck. Am I tripping, bro? Far out, man. I guess I'll make it official.
Judge at ringside scores the action 118 to 110. Judges Carlos Costa
118, 110.
Joanna Schwalger both scored about 117 to 111.
That's exactly what I got. 117 to 111.
The Phoenix.
Yeah, Tszyu, yep. Okay. Yep, okay, that's exactly what I scored it. That's exactly what I scored it. That's exactly what I scored it, bro. I freaking caught it. Okay, holy freak. Spence was just freaking gaslighting me, bro, on the last round, moving around, bro. What the freak, man? Holy heck. Okay. All right. Far out, man. I thought I was gonna be made a fool of, bro. I was like, what the freak? Like, that was literally my score there. That was literally my score. Sorry. Dude. See, I scored at 111 to 117 to Tszyu. But when he comes out a round of a 12 and he's boxing like that, I'm just like, holy crap. Did I just get that whole thing wrong, bro? Dang. Okay. Oh. Holy heck. All right. Man. Yeah, that was a good show. That was a good show from No Limit. Well done all the fighters, man. Tszyu, on to bigger things. It's been awesome streaming with you guys, man. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank goodness this freaking worked out, bro. Because far out, man. That was insane. Anyway, guys, that's me. Thank you guys all for watching. If you haven't left, if you're here, subscribe to the channel, that lets me know that I should do more videos about boxing. So yeah, show us some love. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later. I've been on here long enough. All right, see you guys later. Have a good day.